Executive Committee has voted to allow the Republican National Committee to spend money on Attorney General Josh Hawley's campaign for the U.S. Senate before the state's primary. An RNC rule prevents the National Committee from spending money on behalf of candidates in states with contested primaries without authorization from the state party. In sports, the Cardinals lost to the Diamondbacks 4-2 last night. They play tonight at 9:10. 97.1 News Time 6:32. It's 75 degrees.
Traffic from the Deck and Patio Living Traffic Center.
Watch the Marc Cox Show live on the Granite Transformation Studio Cam at 971talk.com/Cox. Log on to our website or use your mobile device to join the daily live stream and watch the show. It's the Granite Transformation Studio Cam at 971talk.com/Cox.
Are you nearing retirement and wondering if you can afford to retire? Are you worried that you won't have enough income in retirement to live the same lifestyle as you are now? Are you also wondering how the stock market will affect your current retirement plan? This is Thomas Helbig of the Retirement Advisory Group, and we'd like to show you the kind of income your retirement accounts can provide, whether you're retiring now or even in the next 5 years. Call us now at 314-993-9494 for a no-cost, no-obligation financial review. We'll build your own personalized structured income plan that will show you exactly the type of retirement you can count on. And just for coming in, we'll give you a copy of my best-selling book, The Boomer's Guide to a Worry-Free Retirement. We've been helping retirees and pre-retirees achieve a worry-free retirement for 30 years. Call us now at 314-993-9494. That's 314-993-9494 or visit yourretirementkey.com. Once again, that's 314-993-9494 or visit yourretirementkey.com.
Traffic from the Deck and Patio Living Traffic Center.
Sponsored by Allstate. Well, a lot of closures around downtown for America's Birthday Parade starting at 9:30. So you can look for 17th Street between Market and Pine and just other streets as well. 6 between Chestnut and Washington. That's just to name a few. It looks like many of them should be reopened by noon, but around downtown you'll find closures in and out. So be careful. If you're on the inner belt on the southbound side, there was a broken down vehicle before you reach 6440, but because it is on the shoulder, it's not creating a huge delay for you. Page extension wide open, so is 44 eastbound, making your way towards 270. 55 on the northbound side, coming from Peely, headed towards downtown. All of that looking great. With an Allstate agent, you get expert advice and the best coverage for you. Plus, with new lower auto rates, they can help you save. So call your local Allstate agent today. Are you in good hands? I'm Deej for Miles. 97.1 News Time is 6:34.
1-800-GOT-JUNK ads have happy music.
Because we're happy to crawl through your attic and dig through your basement.
We make junk disappear.
Anytime, anywhere.
All you have to do is point. We drive clean, shiny trucks.
And wear snappy, happy uniforms because we're proud of what we do.
We're the original
and world's largest
full-service junk removal company. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOTJUNK.com.
When it comes to supplying reliable energy across St. Louis, there's a name you can depend on. In St. Charles, it's Felicia. There's Tim up in Florissant and Karen down in Fenton. It's these names and many more throughout the communities they serve who have helped Ameren, Missouri make its own name. As a reliable energy provider across the region, dependable people generating energy their community can count on. That's energy at work. Learn more at AmerenMissouri.com/reliability.
Honey, it's time. We can't put it off another year. If you've heard this from your spouse lately, then you've probably spent some time outside lamenting the condition of your home. Unattractive siding, old drafty windows. If you can't stand another season with these, call Banner Construction today. Banner is an elite preferred James Hardie contractor, which means we have the expertise to properly install top quality James Hardie fiber cement siding on any home. When you hire Banner, you're not just purchasing products. You're investing in 25 years of home improvement expertise with a company that cares about the final result. Banner also installs James Hardie's Beechworth windows. Beechworth windows are beautiful wood windows with maintenance-free exteriors. Compare to Marvin, Pella, or Renewal by Anderson, and you'll see that Beechworth has the best features from each brand, all in one incredible window. Don't put it off another day. Call Banner Construction at 314-569-1050. And have a banner day. Call 314-569-1050.
Your Money Matters, brought to you by Fisher Window and Door Store, your dealer for Marvin Windows and Doors in the St. Louis region. FisherWindow.com.
Speaker Tim Jones. Good morning, my friend. How are you?
Bad and bougie.
Of course I am. Happy Independence Day.
Happy 4th.
Yeah. Hey, ladies. Good morning.
Good morning.
How y'all doing? And we have more ladies in the studio this morning.
You are surrounded this
as
morning.
usual. This is like being at home.
This is, no different for you. You've got two girls yourself.
Who do we have here, Denise?
All right. We've got Mia and Hannah, my girls. They got up early this morning to come to work with Mom. So, how you doing, girls?
Hello, Mia.
Hi.
How are you? And Hannah?
Say good morning, Hannah.
Good morning.
Good morning. What? Okay.
You can't be shy now, girls. The mics are on.
What a little treat.
So, this was the big question yesterday your mom was talking about, and she was hoping, do we all have newfound respect for Mom's job, getting up at 3 a.m. in the morning?
Yeah.
I told them they're going to understand this afternoon why Mama naps.
How would you like to do this every day? What do you think? Interesting?
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mia's like, yeah, sure. Hannah, I don't know.
Well, good morning, ladies, and welcome to the studio. First time, right? That's exciting.
You have to. You can't nod. You can't nod.
Yeah.
You have to talk. Okay.
Yes. I'll get you.
You're still waking up.
I'm going to get you guys going later.
I have to let their coffee kick in. No,
yes.
And then they'll be ready.
Sugar.
Ivy. Well, hey, if you couldn't tell, we are live today.
Yes.
We are absolutely 100% live. Happy Independence Day. Happy 4th of July. Hope you have a wonderful, safe day today with friends and family. And my lovely wife Suzanne's on the way back from Cleveland as we speak with my little daughter Abby, who's around your age, I believe. And then going to pick up my older daughter after we get out of here today. We got some barbecue plans, we got some pool plans, and we'll talk about your plans as well. All of you out there. It's Tim Jones in for Marc Cox. It's the Marc Cox Morning Show here at FM News Talk 97.1. Yeah, we had a little stop and go start here this morning. We spoke to the governor of the state of Missouri. And now to fully kick off our Independence Day, we're going to go to our next guest, who I just met like 2 weeks ago, and it was at a great local event here. Excuse me. It was at an annual fundraiser for the U.S. Army Association. We have a chapter here in Missouri. And before I make up anything else about that event or why I was there or what the association is, I'm going to go to the expert. Joining me now is General E. Tracy Beckett, General Beckett, who is retired from the U.S. Army. General Beckett, thanks for joining us here this morning. Thank you for all you've done for our great nation, and happy Independence Day.
Well, thank you, Tim, and happy Independence Day to you and all your listeners.
Hey, thank you very much. So General Beckett, before we get into any of the news of the day or anything I may ask you about, why don't you tell me about how I met you? What is that group that you so valiantly support? And it seems like they're very active. It was a huge golf tournament. And tell me about the group and how you got involved in that. I should also first mention, you continue your service to our nation. You're the civilian aide to the Secretary of the Army for Missouri East as well.
That's correct.
Yes. So why don't you tell me about that first? What is that? What is that title? What do you do?
Well, the civilian aide to the Secretary of the Army is called a CASA, C-A-S-A, and there are about 115 of us in the United States, and what we were selected to support the Secretary of the Army in his endeavor to communicate to the nation and to the communities and to represent the Army in our local communities. In my case, I have Missouri East. There are two other CASAs in Missouri. They're more located in central Missouri and western Missouri. And I handle everything probably west of Rolla would be a good way to define it. And I travel around, make various speeches, talk to community groups whenever possible. And everything we do is volunteer. We're not paid anything. We're still looking for that paycheck, but it hasn't arrived yet.
Well, that is really remarkable. And you have had a long, distinguished career serving our nation in the U.S. Army, in the Army National Guard, and also a very distinguished civilian career. I looked at your bio this morning from the banking community, 45 years, and. Tell me about the event that I met you at. Is that an annual event to support the Army Association?
Yes, it is. It's called the Association of the United States Army, and St. Louis has a local chapter called the Gateway Chapter. Again, we represent the Army to its families, its soldiers, and AUSA on a national level works with the regular Army and the Army in general to influence Congress to pass legislation and also to come up with programs to take care of families and soldiers themselves.
So do you find yourself in this position? Do you go up to Washington, D.C. at all? Do you have any lobbying efforts, or do you do any of that or not?
No, I don't do any of that.
Okay.
CASAs are not allowed to lobby. If we do go to D.C., it's for our own leadership type meetings. But what we do, we've chosen not to go to D.C. for a lot of meetings. What we do is go to various military posts throughout the nation, and we observe the training, meet the soldiers, talk with them, so that when we come back, we can talk to the local community and say what's really going on. Last year, I spent a day and a half with the Green Berets, training with them in the 82nd Airborne at Fort Bragg, along with our other meetings. This year, we just spent 4 days at West Point to learn their programs and how West Point operates. We've been to San Antonio, to the hospitals down there to look at Army medicine.
Okay, so you're basically the bridge between the civilian world and the military world. Kind of keep everybody connected, informed about what is going on in our armed forces.
Yes, that's exactly a good way to put it. We're trying to close that gap between the military and the civilian community.
Hey, wonderful. Well, hey, today, of course, Independence Day, 4th of July. We take time to pause and reflect on how this great nation was founded, and there's always a heavy emphasis, as it should be, on the brave men and women who have served, who are serving us around the world. General Beckett, the importance of the U.S. Army we could maybe say this every year, but I think it's because it's true, probably never been more important to the strength of this nation.
Oh, absolutely. The Army is fully engaged and globally engaged. And today, as we speak, there's 180,000 soldiers that are stationed in 40 different countries.
Wow.
140 different countries under 10 named operations. And I might want to add that of that 180,000, about 17,000 of those are Army National Guardsmen who are on duty.
That is remarkable. So, under this current administration, and I don't want to get too political with you unless you want to, but I've seen under this current administration a reemphasis on supporting the military from the federal government. There was a lot of discussion last year with the budget. I know there's been a lot of debate about whether or not we've properly funded our armed forces over the last few years. So my question for you is that changing in D.C.? It seems like there is more money flowing into our armed forces now, and I've heard there's a lot of need from a lot of decades, not just going back to the previous administration, but we're talking decades, where we always got to remind ourselves it's a lot of manpower, woman power, a lot of machine power. Things have to be maintained. So, did you like the budget that was passed for the armed forces last year?
Well, the budgets that were passed in FY17 and 18, and the appropriations that were received in FY17, they provided critical support to fill manning requirements. They fund important gains to training, such as increasing combat training center rotations, increasing equipment and operational readiness rates, and building and modernizing the Army's what they call pre-position stocks and believe it or not, munition shortfals. Because over the last 17 years, we've been involved in counterinsurgency operations, and some of our readiness due to high-intensity conflict has eroded. And there's a concern, and over the last 8 years, we've had a thing called sequestration. And, for example, Army modernization was cut some 34% during that period. So right now we're looking at, with the current budget and in the last two that were passed, we're looking at reestablishing the modernization and readiness standards of the Army in particular.
Speaking to retired Brigadier General Tracy Beckett, who's the civilian aide to the Secretary of the Army right here in Missouri, the eastern section. He said there's 3 folks like him around the state that hold that title, and it's a volunteer position. And so, General Beckett, what are you doing today for Independence Day? Are you on duty today? Are you doing any kind of U.S. Army type of activities, or what are you up to?
Well, my duty is with you right now, but shortly we'll be going to meet family downtown for breakfast and attend the parade this morning, and then we'll have the rest of the day to to basically get ready to go out of town because we're going to leave for a few days for meet other family members for a joint family vacation.
Hey, that sounds wonderful. General, if folks want to get information about the Army Association, or if we have a lot of young people listen to this show, if they're interested in joining our U.S. Army or serving in some way, what kind of resources or websites would you point them to?
Well, I would point them to usarmy.org. That'll have everything you need to learn about the service and what's going on. I would certainly encourage young people to take a look at the military and particularly the Army, as a option. There's about like 150 career options that we offer. And believe it or not, if someone wants to go to dental school or medical school, the Army has programs that will pay almost 100% for them to attend those professional designations.
Oh, fantastic.
There's also a nursing program that's available through the Army Medical Department.
Oh, fantastic. General Beckett, thanks so much for all of your time today on this wonderful holiday, or the nation's holiday. Thank you for all your service to our country. God bless you and your family, and I really hope to have you on again. This was fascinating and fantastic, and have a great 4th of July.
Well, Tim, thank you, and I'll be willing to meet with you at any time.
Hey, thank you, General Beckett from right here, the great state of Missouri, the civilian aide to the Secretary of the Army. Didn't know such a position existed. Glad it does. And I want to thank General Beckett for everything he's done, and all of our veterans and our active duty men and women. My father's a veteran. He served in the U.S. Army. He was a captain. And a lot of my uncles, and it's wonderful to celebrate and just note our nation's independence in such a way. Tim Jones in for Marc Cox. It's Marc Cox Morning Show here at FM News Talk 97.1. Be back right after this.
97.1 News Time, 6:50 at 75 degrees. I'm Denise Schaefer, and here are a few of the local stories we're following this morning. The Missouri Republican Party votes to give the National Party permission to spend money on behalf of U.S. Senate candidate Josh Hawley before the primary. An appeals court rules that a Missouri school district violated the Federal Voting Rights Act in its method of electing board members. A lawyer from Florissant was disbarred by the Missouri Supreme Court after a judge said the lawyer forged his signature twice. In sports, the Cardinals lost to the Diamondbacks 4-2 last night. They play tonight at 9:10. This report brought to you by the Knee and Back Pain Helpline. End your knee or back pain in days. Learn how a Medicare-covered knee or back brace can help, plus get free delivery. 800-616-KNEE, 800-616-KNEE. 97.1 News Time, 6:51. It's 75 degrees.
Traffic from the Deck and Patio Living Traffic Center.
All across the map looking good this morning. If you have a flight out, it looks like it could be busy for you as you do make your way 270 eastbound or the inner belt to north or southbound. 70 westbound or eastbound, trying to make your way there as well. Outside, it looks pretty good. Inside, that may be a different story. So look out for the closures around downtown for America's Birthday Parade and also Webster Groves Parade a little bit later this morning. So both of those already have closures in full effect. Hopefully, they will be reopened by 2 o'clock. If you're on the Illinois side, making your way Route 3 from Cahokia headed towards the Poplar, not showing one thing holding you back there. I'm Deetra Miles. 97.1 News Time is 6:51.
Even before you work with Rick and Tracy Ellis, they're willing to give you great customer service. If you're driving down the street, you see a house that's just been listed or one you want more information on, you can text the word Ellis to 59559. And they'll give you the information you need. That's Ellis to 59559. On top of that, Rick and Tracy Ellis are one of the most experienced real estate broker teams in town, one of the most successful. They're with Keller Williams right now, and they're also offering you a great deal through the end of June, a reduced commission of just 5%. Now, they already offer a terrific commission, so this is a discount over what they already offer. Plus, you're getting their great marketing expertise on the radio, in the magazine, on the internet, and the newspaper, you name it, they deal with it. They will handle your real estate sale in all price ranges. So reach out to Rick and Tracy. Work with the best. We feel like they're part of the family here at 97.1. Go to their website at tracyellis.com.
Don't get stuck in neutral. Shift your retirement plan into overdrive with your Retirement Highway with Ken Heisey and Steve Muller from the Heisey Advisory Group. Saturday nights at 7 on FM News Talk 97.1.
Hey guys, Glover here. As always, thanks for listening. I have a very big announcement for you. In exactly 2 days, you will no longer be able to hear my show or any of the other great shows on FM News Talk 97.1 on the TuneIn app or website. From now on, the only place to stream FM News Talk 97.1 is on radio.com. Go to radio.com/listen or download the radio.com app now to continue streaming this and many other radio stations. Make the switch from TuneIn app or website to radio.com today. Hey guys, Glover here for my very good friends at Window World. Man, these guys have been with me for a long time, and I am so proud and privileged to represent them. Every year we get together, usually once a year. A couple good North County boys own the Window World here in town, and I say, who's your big competition? And this latest time they looked at each other and smiled, and they said, Dave, we really don't have a lot of competition. The guys, the solo guys riding around in their truck, God love them, with a magnetic sign on the side of their pickup, but no big companies because we're just that good. Whatever rating agency you go to, they're just so highly rated. They are absolutely dedicated to customer service. They do these fantastic replacement windows. They're so durable, you can actually stand on them. That's one of the kind of little gimmicks that they have. So call them. Make sure you mention me to get the very best of everything. 314-993-1800 or windowworldstl.com. 314-993-1800.
This hour, Making America Great, brought to you by Proctor Drapery, Blind, Shades, and Shutters. Making your home great again. ProctorDrapery.com. It's Proctor, spelled like doctor.
This is the Marc Cox Morning Show.
Yeah, it is. Good morning, people. Happy Independence Day, 4th of July. We're like halfway done with the show, and I haven't even told you what's on the show today. Well, that was
holidays are weird,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Well, that was General Tracy Beckett we just talked to.
Yes.
He was awesome, wasn't he?
Very.
Oh, gosh, so great.
You know what? I think he's right around my dad's age because I saw he went into the Army in 1971,
Wow.
the year I was born. And my father was in the U.S. Army at that time as a captain. And he was stationed up in with my mom. I was born in Minnesota. So he got sent. He got sent
I learned something new about Tim Jones
Yeah.
today. I don't think I'd ever
Yeah.
heard that before.
He was born in Edina, as they say.
Minnesota.
And for some reason, I tell people from Minnesota that. I'm like, yeah, I was born out in Edina. And they're like, Edina, it's where the cake eaters are. And somehow that means that's the nice part of town.
Cake eaters.
Cake eaters.
That's a positive. That's good.
Yeah, my mom and dad said back then in 1971 it was okay. It was just kind of it was like the sticks.
Okay.
You know, and it's kind of like Chesterfield now. You know, so Denise is a cake eater. Yeah,
I'm a cake eater. All right. It's a compliment. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, exactly. Nick Schroer is coming up after the top of the hour, live from the Heritage and Freedom Fest Parade in O'Fallon, Missouri. There's a big parade here downtown. I got to get the name of this thing right.
The America's
Birthday
Birthday Parade.
There it is.
America's Birthday Parade.
America's Birthday Parade. I already saw folks streaming in. I was like, why are you all down here? I have to be here. Yeah.
Well, apparently in Webster Groves, people set their chairs out for the parade there like days before.
Oh, wow.
Like chairs are already on
ready.
the route, ready for this morning. They were out like yesterday.
You know what? It's a fight for that good seat, I bet.
I don't know. I'd be sleeping in. We've got Austin Peterson in studio, and oh boy, on What
There's
a Day,
there
there is a controversy, scandal, whatever you might want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know why we do these things to ourselves. It seems like an unforced error to me that they decided 30 days before the primary to say that the executive committee of the Missouri GOP decided they're going to go ahead and allow the RNC to start spending money on Josh Hawley
Yes.
versus any of the other 10 people running for U.S. Senate. Now, you know, there's polls.
I read this has happened like twice in the past, 12 or so years.
So not too often.
Yeah.
And then the Chiefs are going to join us. I'll bet you they'll bring some goodies.
Yes.
Fire Chief Greg Brown and St. Louis County Police Chief John Belmar join us in studio. They're our frequent holiday guests because they bring food. So
and we love them for it.
And we love our first responders too as well. That's where we're having them. Tim Jones in for Marc Cox. It's the Marc Cox Morning Show here at FM News Talk 97.1. Happy Independence Day. Be back right after these words.
Let's face it, it's rare that Washington does something we like, right? But our politicians have actually done something positive with tax reform. This may be the best tax planning opportunity we've seen in decades, but the tax cuts are temporary. Taking advantage of lower tax rates now could help reduce what we'll have to hand over to the IRS in retirement. And the difference could be tens of thousands of dollars in retirement income. Learn how to take advantage of the new rules through the STL Learning Center. This month's featured speakers are Steve All and Mel Brandon of the All Financial Group. Classes are held in 2-night sessions, so find the course that's convenient for you at stllearningcenter.org. That's stllearningcenter.org. And when you sign up today, you'll pay the early bird rate of just $29.99 for your workbooks and customized reports. Just call 636-230-8824 to reserve your spot now. That's 636-230-8824.
I've seen Thomas Helbig in front of the folks who come to listen to his retirement events, and I'm telling you what, I've yet to get bad feedback from anybody who's listened to his ideas. If you don't listen, you don't know what all of your options are in retirement. If you are going to take all of your savings and roll it and keep it in the market in retirement, you know you run the risk of having fluctuating income. Thomas talks about his plans, which give you personalized, structured income in retirement. That way, you know, you get the peace of mind to know exactly what type of retirement you can count on. That's a big deal. Just for visiting him, you get a copy of his Boomer's Guide to a Worry-Free Retirement. Kind of spells out how he does things in there, and he's been doing it for 30 years. 314-993-9494, 314-993-9494, or visit him online at yourretirementkey.com.
KFTK FM Florissant, KFTK AM East St. Louis, K254CR St. Louis.
The Marc Cox Show, brought to you by Thomas Helbig, the official St. Louis financial advisor of The Marc Cox Show.
Find everything Marc Cox at 971talk.com/Cox. FM News Talk, 97.1.
A radio.com station.
President Trump says he's talking with a lot of great people about serving on the Supreme Court. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. Now more on the search for Anthony Kennedy's replacement from Fox's Rachel Sutherland in Washington.
Chris, President Trump is getting closer to making a decision on a nominee to the U.S. Supreme Court, telling a military appreciation dinner in West Virginia.
I spent the last 3 days interviewing and thinking about Supreme Court justice as such an important decision. And we're going to give you a great one. We're going to announce it on Monday.
The president has interviewed 7 candidates so far, including federal appeals court judges and Republican Senator Mike Lee of Utah. Chris?
Rachel, there's been another mysterious poisoning in England.
British police declaring what they're calling a major incident after 2 people were exposed to an unknown substance. This in the town of Amesbury, 8 miles from Salisbury, where former Russian spy Sergei Skripal and his daughter were poisoned in March, sparking a multinational diplomatic dispute. Police say the man and woman, both in their 40s, are in critical condition after being found unconscious at a house. At first, officers thought they'd taken bad drugs, but have since widened their investigation. In London, Simon Owen, Fox News.
It's a plea deal for the operators of the Ghost Ship warehouse in Oakland, California. Derek Omena and Max Harris were charged with 36 counts of involuntary manslaughter for each person killed in a fire during a concert 2 years ago.
Relatives of some of the victims did weep as the judge took more than 20 minutes reading all 36 charges and names of those who died and asking each defendant if he indeed was pleading no contest to each charge. Almena will actually serve only 3.5 more years, while Harris could be out in about 23 months. This is because of credit for time served and the fact that they only have to serve half the time.
Fox 2 San Francisco's Henry Lee. A man's been badly hurt in an explosion and fire at a fireworks plant in Pleasant Hope, Missouri. Fox News, fair and balanced.
My name is Dale Pazinski. I'm 19 years old, and this is how I live united. I've always been kind of a computer geek, and I found a way to use those skills to help the homeless in my community. For people facing hard times, computer skills and a basic resume are so important. It may seem like a small thing, but it makes a huge difference in people's lives. So with United Way, I created a program where I work with the homeless. Together, we go through their whole job history, write a resume, and then save it on their very own USB drive. We provide workbooks and training certificates. I even budgeted for cupcakes so we can celebrate as a class when one of our people gets a job. That's huge. When somebody says, "Hey man, that job that you helped me apply for, I got it." That's what living united feels like to me. My name is Dale Pazinski. I help people achieve financial independence. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
97.1 News Time, 7:03. I'm Denise Schaefer. Here's the official AccuWeather forecast. Partly sunny, hot and humid this Independence Day. A high of 94. Clear, warm and humid tonight, low of 79. Mostly sunny, hot, humid tomorrow, high of 96. And it's 78 degrees right now. This report brought to you by RP Lumber. Best service, best value. It's Independence Day and Fair St. Louis is under the Gateway Arch. America's birthday parade starts at 9:30 this morning in front of Union Station at 18th and Market, and the fair begins at noon. The Missouri Republican Party votes to give the National Party permission to begin spending money on behalf of U.S. Senate candidate Josh Hawley before the primary. An RNC rule prevents the National Committee from spending money on behalf of candidates in states with contested primaries without authorization from the state party. An appeals court rules that a Missouri school district violated the Federal Voting Rights Act in its method of electing board members. The panel sided with a lower court judge who ordered the Ferguson-Florissant School District to adopt cumulative voting. That allows people to vote multiple times for a single candidate, depending on how many seats are up for election. The school board could appeal the decision. A bill that would change liquor laws on Main Street in St. Charles was tabled by the City Council last night. One of the changes was a proposed ordinance that would end alcohol sales after 11 p.m. Since the idea was proposed in May, business owners have met with city officials several times to come up with alternatives. The City Council decided to put the plan on hold as they continue to explore other options. This report brought to you by SmartFares. Want the absolute lowest prices on your airline tickets? SmartFares can save you up to 70%. Call for special unpublished rates. Save hundreds. 888-789-5040. 97.1 News Time, 7:04. It's 78 degrees. Sports is brought to you by Brinton Vision, the dawn of a new era in visual correction. BrintonVision.com. The Cardinals lost to the Diamondbacks 4-2 in Arizona last night. Starter Jack Flaherty allowed 4 runs on 4 hits in 6 innings. The Cardinals scored 2 runs in the second inning on a single by Jairo Munoz and Colton Wong's sacrifice fly. They close out the 3-game series tonight as Miles Michaelis takes the mound. Game time is 9:10. This report brought to you by the 24/7 Diabetic Health Hotline. Diabetics with Medicare can now receive free delivery of their supplies. Little to no out-of-pocket cost. 800-430-7923. 97.1 News Time, 7:05. It's 78 degrees.
Traffic from the Deck and Patio Living Traffic Center.
Well, straight holiday mode is what the roads are presenting for you this morning. Anywhere you go, trying to make your way towards the parade or getting prepared for it to do so. Well, all of that looking good. America's parade starting around 9:30. And, of course, all the closures are in full effect, hopefully opening between 12 and 2. Also, Webster Grove's parade around 10. So all preparations are underway for that as well. Of course, you know to stay hydrated and be mindful of all the foot traffic that's going to be taking place around the closures and such. As far as accidents across the map, I'm not showing anything, or 55 and 44 meet to take you downtown. Looks pretty good. Someone stalled around 6440 on the eastbound side around Mason, but not creating any delays for you. Through O'Fallon and St. Charles, all of that looking good. 370 on the eastbound side towards 270. Again, no issues. All roads outside of the airport of Lambert look pretty good, so keep that in mind. I can't speak to inside. And on the Illinois side, it's virtually quiet as you approach all bridges as well. I'm Deetra Miles. 97.1 News Time is 7:06.
Air Comfort Service Heating and Cooling. Weather.
The official FM News Talk 97.1 Weather Center forecast. Heat advisory in effect from noon tomorrow through 8 p.m. Thursday. A stray shower thunderstorm this evening. Staying warm and muggy overnight, low 76 for tomorrow. Independence Day, partly sunny, hot and steamy, high 95, only dropping to 78 at night. Partly sunny, hot and humid Thursday, high 96. This is meteorologist Bob Larson for FM News Talk 97.1.
It's 7:07 and 80 degrees, and FM News Talk 97.1 is now available on radio.com. Download the radio.com app today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
Dear beloved home, from the moment we met, we knew you were the one. But the kitchen was out of date. It just wasn't us. So we contacted Right Kitchen by Mosby to transform you into a bright, refreshed kitchen with a wide variety of design choices. Now our morning coffee never tasted quite so good. Thank you, Right Kitchen.
Call 909-1820 or visit rightkitchen.com. Right Kitchen by Mosby. Home never felt so good.
You lead a busy lifestyle, and it's important to remain cool and confident when making that big presentation, negotiating a deal, or just hanging out with friends. You can with Miradry from Ridenour Plastic Surgery. Miradry is an FDA-approved device that permanently eliminates underarm sweat safely with no downtime. Stay confident and active without fear of underarm sweat. Call Ridenour at 314-878-8600 to get started. Ridenour knows confidence is sexy, confidence is beautiful. 878-8600.
Hey, do your allergies bother you a lot? Maybe where you need to look at improving is the air quality in your home. The folks at Agers HVAC can help with that. They can install a HEPA air filtration system in your home. You know what that gives you? That gives you hospital-grade clean air. How about that? You can't beat that. Some of the new equipment they put in homes these days, these new air conditioning units, they're so efficient, so quiet, that a lot of homeowners can see a 40% reduction in their cooling bills. Now, Brian doesn't like to brag. He says that it might be more than that, but they don't want to overpromise. So they say 40%. That's with the most efficient unit. Lennox, for example, can offer you up to $1,700 in rebates on those most efficient units. That's with the purchase of a Lennox home comfort system. The utilities, Spire, Laclede Gas, they're also offering great deals as well. So on utilities, I should say. So go to their website, find out more. Call them if you need a repair or a new unit. It's Agers HVAC. That's callagers.com.
The only way you can take FM News Talk 97.1 with you is the radio.com app, available on your smartphone in the App Store. Download the radio.com app today and listen to us anytime, anywhere. The only way you can take FM News Talk 97.1 with you is the radio.com app, available on your smartphone in the App Store. Take us with you and never miss the news and opinion from 97.1. Download the radio.com app today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
Spend less, drive more during Gateway Area Acura Dealer Summer Event. Acura models come more equipped than Lexus for less than a Toyota or Audi. Drive home a new 2018 RDX for $5,500 less than an Audi Q5. GatewayAreaAcuraDealers.com. RDX MSRP $36,000. Dealers set their own price. Destination and handling are extra.
This hour, Making America Great, brought to you by Proctor Drapery, Blinds, Shades, and Shutters. Making your home great again. ProctorDrapery.com. It's Proctor, spelled like doctor.
This is the Marc Cox Morning Show. Follow Mark on Twitter at MarcCox971.
Hey, good morning, people, and happy Independence Day. Happy 4th of July. Got the Schaefer ladies in the studio.
Yes, you do.
They're controlling the music.
You've got one by the mic, and then one is under the desk.
Mia, did you already get rid of your sister?
Yep.
Do you guys get along, or sometimes, or all the time, or most of the time?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. That's a good answer. That's probably an accurate.
Hannah, what's your answer to that? Hold on.
What do you think, Hannah?
Do you guys get along?
Sometimes.
That's just like my house.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Yes, we got Hannah and Mia.
You know what? I think they get along better when I'm not around.
Of course.
You know, if I leave and they're just hanging out together at home, I think they have a great time together. Then all of a sudden, mom and dad are home, and it's like chaos.
It's fun to attack. Yeah, yes. Exactly. So,
but don't do that because you guys love each other.
That's right. I think someone's waiting for a hello. Who do you guys need to say hi to?
Oh yeah, you guys need to say hi to somebody.
Hi, Grandma. Hi, Grandpa. Hi, Grandma. Hi, Grandpa.
Dad probably like one too.
Hi, Dad.
Hell yeah, us dads, whatever.
Dad.
Mia here is a little mini me of you.
Yes.
She really. I've realized that. I just realized that. You know, you guys. I know.
Lucky you, Mia.
I know.
They were walking around this morning with Denise.
Your mom paid me to do that.
And that's paid. That's PSA. And I was like, I just told Trisha, I'm like, my goodness, those girls look just like Denise. I mean, even Hannah. Mia looks more like you, but they both look like you.
Yeah.
You can totally tell the.
As Mia's gotten older, she's looking more like me. Hannah still has a little bit more. Well, they both have daddy's eyes, so, which I'm very thankful for. They've got the big, beautiful brown eyes. So
I have her nose.
Yeah, Mia has my nose.
Yeah,
that I'm sorry about. But
oh no, those are all your nose. Yeah, it's all good.
But she's lanky like I was when I was that age.
Well, happy Independence Day. It's a beautiful day downtown. We're gonna get with Nick Schroer, who's out in O'Fallon here in a minute. Let me talk to Gas Buddy Steve. Happy Independence Day, my friend.
Happy birthday, America.
Absolutely, Steve. What are you doing today?
Well, I'm going to probably go to the poll for it's close 2 o'clock, so we'll probably go early so we get in there and do some swimming.
Very good.
Put my flags up. Put some of my flags.
Oh yeah,
up.
you got to get the flags out. Yep. Hey Steve, you had I think you had a comment about the Supreme Court pick, which is coming Monday, I believe, next Monday from the president.
Yes, if Susan Collins and Flake, or I don't know if it was Flake or whatever, the ones that want to give Donald Trump a hard time.
Yeah, I think Collins and Murkowski are the two main ones right now.
Yeah,
having a problem.
If they want to give him a hard time, Donald Trump should say, okay, well, you guys rejected my first pick. I have more time invested in this than you have. So I'm going to make my pick more conservative than the one that you just rejected.
It's not a bad call, Stephen. I've actually seen that in some commentators. So you're right there in the same vein. So yeah, I agree. I mean, he should play nice at first, but if these folks aren't going to get on board, then let's this is generational. This is a generational opportunity for this president, more importantly for this nation, to have a Supreme Court that actually follows the law and doesn't create new laws. So hey Steve, I got to run, my friend. I got Nick Schroer on the line.
All right, you have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Here we go. Missouri State Representative Nick Schroer joins us right now. I think, Nick, you're live from the back of a float.
I'm on the back of a float in O'Fallon, Missouri, one of the safest cities. Thank you very much, Mary. I've got a constituent giving me some candy for my daughter.
Aw.
Oh, it's very good. It's very good. Well, don't.
And Nick Schroer has his own water.
Oh yeah, I've got Freedom Water, and we've got some fans that we're going to give back to the district today with as hot as it's going to be. We're going to celebrate America in style with very own Nick Schroer water, Freedom Water.
Awesome. At Nick B. Schroer on Twitter. Hey, Nick, so tell folks about this. It sounds like this is a pretty big parade out in O'Fallon, the Heritage and Freedom Fest parade. What's the details?
Yeah. So the Heritage and Freedom Fest is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, in St. Charles County. It's grown every single year. I had one constituent say it's because I'm in it for the past couple of years, but that's not it. We're one of the safest cities, one of the greatest cities in the entire U.S. for young families, for safety. So I think that's part of it, why we're growing in size. But we're going to have World War II veterans out today. They're going to be right in front of my truck. We're using Arrowhead Building Supply's very own veterans truck dedicated to our service members who've made this country great, who have fought in the Revolutionary War, including my family. I found out their ancestry that I've got family members from the Revolutionary War, War of 1812, Civil War, World War I and II. So today's a great day to celebrate our independence from the tyrannical UK.
That's right. Who are now some of our allies. Isn't that funny how things work? But and Nick, you summed it all up really well. This is not a day to maybe worry about mattress sales and things like that. No. It's a day to remember all the blood, sweat, tears, and toil that went into the founding of the greatest, most free nation on the planet. And you're celebrating it in style. You mentioned the Arrowhead Building Supply guys, sponsor of the Tim Jones Show. Rick and Jerry Pogue are great Americans, aren't they?
Absolutely. And it's odd because I mentioned some of my families from the Revolutionary War. Oddly enough, it's the Pogues. After I started with Arrowhead Building Supply,
that's funny.
It felt like a family. I did the Ancestry.com, and it came back that I was actually related to the Pogues. So yeah, they're great people. Jerry is a veteran himself. And, they're doing whatever they can to give back to our first responders, to our military, and they're recognizing who made this country great. Here comes the train.
Here's the train out in O'Fallon. We're used to that in Eureka as well. There's a train every 5 minutes. Yeah. So
yeah, we actually, in front of us today, we have a constituent of mine I'm going to go talk to right now, Ralph Borelli.
Okay.
Came out, and he's a World War II veteran, stormed the beaches of Normandy.
Wow.
So he is a gentleman who has made this country great. And I'm happy to say that he's a constituent of mine, so I've spent a lot of time with him hearing stories just like my grandpa who fought in World War II, who's now passed. But it's people like that, the stories that we're going to hear today who have answered the call for service. Those are the people we're going to honor today, and just honoring our freedom, our independence from, like I said before, a tyrannical government, taxation without representation, people that wanted to govern us without letting the people have a voice. And that's what makes this country so great, is that we're honoring that.
And Nick, isn't it a shame that wouldn't it? Well, let me put a positive spin on it. Wouldn't it be nice if everybody of all political persuasions in this country could come together on this day and recognize the importance of the sovereignty of a nation and what its founding fathers and mothers stood for that created that nation. We seem to have some folks in society these days that really don't want to respect sovereignty, don't want to respect borders, don't want to respect identity. And when you lose borders, sovereignty, and identity, Nick, what you don't really have a country, do you?
No, you don't. And it's just sad that we can't come together despite being an incredibly young nation, a nation that we've had many of our brothers and sisters spill the blood on our battlefields from the Civil War, Revolutionary War on. It's just incredible that people want to politicize this event rather than just honor this day and think about the many sacrifices that we've given, not even the military, the families of the military, but the list goes on. And, one would hope that we can look back at history, learn from history, look at the nations that have crumbled under the iron fist of socialism and communism. So hopefully in this day and age when we have people trying to make that the popular way of life, maybe we can look back at the Cold War era and how that did not work and how capitalism and a free market, and I've got many problems with how it's utilized nowadays, but a free market, a true form of capitalism, will allow anybody to prosper. Somebody like me who grew up in Ferguson, true middle class, first member of my family to go to college, mainly because I had two grandpas, and I heard that you said that you had grandpas in wars.
Yes.
One was a Marine Corps sniper in Korea. One served in the Army Air Corps, turned into the Air Force during World War II. So those people answered the call. Those people respected our freedoms, protected our freedoms, so I could go on to college, so I could go on and get a degree and get fired up in law school over the Roe v. Wade decision and the right to life decision, which actually pushed me into politics. So I thank the other side for getting me fired up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my grandfathers both served in World War II. My grandfather Tuno was in the Army, and my grandfather Jones was in the U.S. Navy. And I've got some great pictures of each of them. I got a great picture of my grandpa Jones standing on the deck of some ship somewhere with a bunch of other officers. It's a pretty cool shot.
Yeah.
Nick, you mentioned the free market system, which is capitalism, which is messy, but the best system that I know of an economic model. And Nick, there are people in the center-left world that actually agree with us. Somebody that you and I are a big fan of, going back to your heritage in Ireland. It's a famous. He made a famous statement about this a few years ago. Bono from U2, he was definitely more of a center left guy, more empathetic guy. Maybe he's nicer than you and I, but he has famously said that with all its warts and problems, capitalism is still the best socioeconomic system for lifting the most people out of poverty. So there's a guy who has seen Euro-socialism fail firsthand. And so there are people on the other side of the aisle. It just seems that these days, Nick, that old Democratic Party, that old liberal, seems to be being yanked or cast aside by this leftist movement of authoritarianism and socialism. And I just don't understand it, especially for a nation that was founded on freedom.
Well, I'll let them continue, preaching this socialist mindset and communist mindset and, have Maxine Waters continue to go out and preach that people need to disrupt the peace and attack the Trump supporters. Let them do that, because what's happening is the common sense people of this world, the true independents, are going to vote Republican because this party represents, and I've said this before, this party represents freedom, liberty. This party represents protecting all of our constitutional rights. And this party is one that is going to allow you to come in like the JFK blue dog Democrats. And they are going to start voting Republican because they have seen we are the party that their families voted for so many years. And by and large, when you look at the policies that he stood for, JFK, and you look at some of the quotes from history, he sounds like a Republican. He sounds like a modern-day Trump-supporting Republican.
That's right. He stood for cutting taxes, and he stood for freedom and liberty. And only with freedom do you have true choice and opportunity, that's for sure. Hey, Nick Schroer, when does that parade start again?
The parade's going to start about 9:30, so I'm going to be out here sweating my butt off. I've got some World War II veterans right in front of us, and there's going to be plenty of pictures online.
Great.
Nick B. Schroer at Twitter or on Facebook, Schroer Mo. I'm hoping my phone doesn't die because there's a lot of great Americans here that I'm going to have to get pictures with.
Well, Nick, thank those gentlemen for everything they did. Tell them Happy Independence Day from all of us here at FM News Talk 97.1. Nick, it's always great to talk to you throughout the year. It was great to talk to you today on the birthday of our nation. Happy Independence Day, Nick, to you, your family, all your constituents, family, and friends out there. And say hello to the Pogues. I know they've got the big trucks out there today, also celebrating our first responders as well as our military. So thanks to all the great Americans in the great county of St. Charles today.
Absolutely. God bless, and happy Independence Day to you and the 97.1 family.
Nick, we'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Thank you.
Be safe. Stay cool. Yeah, at Nick B. Schroer on Twitter. That was Nick Schroer live from the Heritage and Freedom Fest out there in O'Fallon, Missouri. Folks, the parade starts at 9:30. The parade downtown here.
Also 9:30.
America's
Birthday
parade. America's birthday parade. Everybody's got a label. You know,
we still haven't quite decided if we're doing the America's birthday parade or the neighborhood parade.
What do you think, girls? What do you want to do after the show? You want to stay down here and hang out and party? Or
That's what I want to do.
Oh, okay. We got one vote.
Hannah, what do you want to do?
I want to go to the neighborhood.
Of course.
I want to ride my scooter down.
Yeah, this sounds like my household. You know,
Of course, it couldn't be easy. I can't have them agree on something.
What do you want to do?
Mom's got to be the tiebreaker. Yeah.
No, then that makes me. That puts me in a hard place.
You know what we're going to do in the break? We'll caucus. That's what we'll do. They call it caucusing. We're going to hammer it out and come out with a consensus. Hey, folks, thanks for joining us here this morning. And I almost forgot that we are going to keep talking because this is the long break.
Yep.
I'm all screwed up because it's 7 o'clock. And it
We've
should
got
be...
a few more minutes.
Yeah, no, we're all good. Yeah, it was great to hear from Nick out there in the county of St. Charles. So I will tell you what's coming up, though. We do have Austin Peterson, who will be, is he going to be in studio today?
It looks like he is going to be in studio.
Excuse me. Austin Peterson at AP for Liberty. There's... You know what? We don't time these things out perfectly, but they always work out perfectly. There's a great
There's
controversy.
always something going on. Yeah.
There's a nice controversy to talk about today. Denise has been reporting on it all this morning about the fact that is it the executive committee of the party?
They're the ones that voted, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't know why I don't know. Look, even if you think that the Attorney General Josh Hawley might eventually be the guy, I think you should always respect the primary process.
Well, what's the benefit to the RNC of spending money early?
That almost makes me worry that they have, you know, I know we all want to take out Claire McCaskill.
I guess is that just to influence the primary?
I don't know. Excuse me. I think it's just because they're presuming that Hawley's going to win, and therefore they want to get a head start.
Okay.
You know, I mean, and those of us like me, I'm a Republican. I want to defeat Claire McCaskill, but I think you should respect the primary process.
Sure.
And you know, now look, are all 11 candidates? No disrespect to any of them, but are all 11 candidates all working as hard as each other? I would say no.
No, yeah.
I would say no. But there's 3 or 4 that are working really hard.
Yeah.
And we're going to have one of them on, Austin Peterson. We had Peter Pfeiffer. He bothered to, I mean, if you're going to bother to run around the state and ask to be on radio programs and get your message out, I respect that. You know, you are taking time out of your family, your career, your community, all the other things you could be doing. And as far as I know, none of these men or women who are running are independently wealthy. I don't think any of them are self-funders, because if they were, they'd probably be ahead in the polls right now.
Right.
You know? And Josh Hawley's not a self-funder either. He was a constitutional law professor and a very able lawyer, and I've met him many times. I think he would be a great U.S. senator. From what I hear from Austin Peterson, he'd be a great U.S. senator. Tony Minetti is a veteran, combat veteran, I believe, and Peter Pfeiffer seemed like an interesting business guy who would bring some business sense. And there's, like I said, there's 7 others. You know,
yeah.
So I just think I don't know. To me, I'm deciding whether or not I think that's an unforced error on behalf of the party to see, now you've created an issue and a controversy.
Yes, absolutely.
That's the problem with it.
Right.
So, and it seems like every 6 years, something happens, either on purpose or accidentally, where Claire McCaskill is handed an issue that she's able to run on. Now, I don't think that this helps her in any way, other than she's going to say, you know, I'm not saying anything that hasn't been said. There's going to be the commercials out there that say Josh Hawley's a ladder climber. You know, he just got elected. He's running for another office. That's been the most dramatic thing Claire McCaskill's been able to say about Josh Hawley, which is very, to me, sounds very tone deaf, coming from a woman who has just climbed the ladder her entire life. And no disrespect to her public service, but I'm not sure how you can accuse somebody else of wanting to serve the public more as a politician when that's been your career.
Yeah.
That's been your entire career, so for her to say it sounds pretty hollow. It's not like this is her first run and she's like, look at me,
Yes,
so
this is not her first go around.
yeah, it's not her first rodeo. So again, though, wouldn't it be nice to just talk about the issues and the differences between a Claire McCaskill, U.S. Senator, and a Josh Hawley, Tony Minetti, Austin Peterson, U.S. Senator? And those three gentlemen would be very different than Claire McCaskill's continuing reign up there in Washington, D.C. I mean, she's Chameleon Claire. That's what I say. She thinks us hillbillies here in the Midwest don't have televisions or radios, and we don't know these crazy liberal policies she supports, voting lockstep with Barack Obama, Chuck Schumer, and Nancy Pelosi. Anyway, Tim Jones here for Marc Cox. It's the Marc Cox Morning Show. We've got Austin Peterson in studio, I believe, next at AP for Liberty, austinpeterson.com. Keep it right here on FM News Talk 97.1.
There's a real human cost to Missouri's opioid epidemic. Here's Attorney General Josh Hawley.
Every parent disabled by drug abuse is a tragedy. Every child lost to this epidemic is irreplaceable.
Josh Hawley is demanding legislation to crack down on illicit opioid sales and is taking on opioid manufacturers in court. Now he wants to do more.
I would like to see fully funded recovery programs for those who are suffering because of this epidemic, rehabilitation programs, job training programs, programs to help people get back on their feet and to help communities to heal.
Protect your family and your community. Call Josh Hawley at 573-751-3321 and urge him to keep up the pressure on opioid manufacturers and keep fighting for solutions to Missouri's opioid epidemic. Paid for by One Nation. www.onenationamerica.org.
No matter what your needs are, a new front door, a new patio door, or some new windows around the house, Window World can take care of you. We had him out to the house to look at a couple of things, not the least of which was the fact that we had windows in a bathroom that didn't open. That's a problem. No air circulation at all. Of course, it gets humid in there when people shower. That's what we were looking for. They took care of it. They put a nice sliding window in the larger of the two windows. And then we got just a standard double hung vinyl window on the other side that lifts up, lifts down for easy cleaning. This was fantastic. We love the windows. They were built quickly. They were installed professionally. You're going to love Window World from the very start. We also get a lifetime warranty on those windows. Even if we were to break them, the warranty covers all parts, glass breakage, and the labor. It's fantastic. 314-993-1800, WindowWorldSTL.com.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. A raising of the flag on the USS Monterey in Norfolk, Virginia this Independence Day. Last night, the president calling for unity at an event honoring service members. This afternoon, he and the First Lady welcomed military members to the South Lawn for a picnic. British counterterrorism police investigating after an unknown substance leaves two people in critical condition, looking for a possible link to the poisoning just miles away of the Skripals, a Russian spy, and his daughter earlier this year.
Yulia and her father, Sergei, were poisoned with that deadly Novichok nerve agent. And all the while, there are parts of this city that have been cordoned off, not only here in Salisbury, but also in Amesbury. A church there where we understand the couple who are said to be in their 40s are gone before they became unwell.
Rebecca Williams with Fox Sister Network Sky News. Fox News, we report, you decide.
97.1 News Time, 7:31. It's 80 degrees. I'm Denise Schaefer, and this report brought to you by RP Lumber. Best service, best value. It's Independence Day, and Fair St. Louis is back under the Gateway Arch. America's Birthday Parade starts at 9:30 this morning in front of Union Station at 18th and Market, and the fair begins at noon. The Missouri Republican Party votes to give the National Party permission to begin spending money on behalf of U.S. Senate candidate Josh Hawley before the primary. An RNC rule prevents the National Committee from spending money on behalf of candidates in states with contested primaries without authorization from the state party. A bill that would change liquor laws on Main Street in St. Charles was tabled by the City Council last night. One of the changes was a proposed ordinance that would end alcohol sales after 11 p.m. The City Council decided to put the plan on hold as they continue to explore other options. In sports, the Cardinals lost the Diamondbacks 4-2 in Arizona last night. They close out the three-game series tonight at 9:10. 97.1 News Time, 7:32. It's 80 degrees.
Traffic from the Deck and Patio Living Traffic Center.
Pretty decent morning out if you're headed to try to get ready for America's Birthday Parade or even the Webster Groves Parade. All of those are going to be fantastic as far as weather is concerned. Now, traffic-wise, nothing going on as far as delays, but you do have your closures around both of those events and other small ones across the map, so keep that in mind. There will be a lot of foot traffic, of course. America's Birthday Parade starting around 9:30, beginning at the intersection of 20th and Market. Of course, the Webster Groves Parade around 10, and closures are for both are in full effect. 370 on the eastbound side, trying to make your way around Elm, a broken down vehicle off on the shoulder. If you're headed on 44 on the eastbound side, approaching 270, someone stalled off on the right there. I'm Deetra Miles. 97.1 News Time is 7:33.
Hey folks, Tim Jones here to tell you about my good friends at Convergent Wealth Management. Recently sat down with the partners of Convergent Wealth Management, John and Jeannie. Learned a lot about all of the choices that you all have when it comes to investing and planning for retirement. They're client-focused, which means they're fiduciaries. What the heck is that? Well, they choose to be held to a higher standard to put their clients' needs first, your needs, suggesting the best options for you because you're the investor. As a RIA firm, a registered investment advisory firm, fully licensed, they offer financial strategies and that are tailored to you. There's no cookie-cutter approach with John and Jeannie. Let their professional experience care for your hard-earned savings. Pre-retirement, with trade war concerns, the market volatility, whatever you're looking for, they're the best place to put your new earnings, from a raise, from the tax cut, perhaps. Explore your options to optimize and protect your wealth. Be educated and empowered and in control of your investments. Let active management work for you. Call them 636-536-1800, 636-536-1800. Mention the Tim Jones Show for a free initial meeting. Get a team of professionals behind you. ConvergentWM.com, ConvergentWM.com. Their wealth for the way.
Hey guys, Glover here. As always, thanks for listening. I have a very big announcement for you. In exactly 2 days, you will no longer be able to hear my show or any of the other great shows on FM News Talk 97.1 on the TuneIn app or website. From now on, the only place to stream FM News Talk 97.1 is on radio.com. Go to radio.com/listen or download the radio.com app now to continue streaming this and many other radio stations. Make the switch from TuneIn app or website to radio.com today.
Watch the Marc Cox Show live on the Granite Transformation Studio Cam at 971talk.com/Cox. Log on to our website or use your mobile device to join the daily live stream and watch the show. It's the Granite Transformation Studio Cam at 971talk.com/Cox.
The only way you can take FM News Talk 97.1 with you is the radio.com app. Available on your smartphone in the App Store. Download the radio.com app today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
Marc Cox. Talk lines are open now at 314-241-9797 or 866-455-9797.
American girls and American guys, we'll always stand up and salute. We'll always recognize when we see old glory fly.
This is the Marc Cox Morning Show.
Dead, so we can sleep in peace at night when we lay down our head.
Hey, yes, absolutely. Good
My
morning.
daddy served in the army. We lost his right eye.
Tim Jones here on the commemoration of our nation's birthday, the 4th of July. I like to say Happy Independence Day because that's what it's truly all about. And we're glad you're joining us here. We're live here this morning.
We are.
Got a lot of assistants here this morning.
Again, one under the table, one at the mic.
All hands on deck.
Mia reminded me I didn't tell my garage story, which I will in a minute. I want to talk to Austin Peterson first, but then we have a gap, and so I'll talk. I don't want to take too much of Austin's time, but I'll tease it up. I fought with a garage this morning. Not the garage here. I stayed downtown last night. My lovely sister Amy, hooked me up at the Chase Park Plaza. I went to a little party last night, and so I wanted to be closer to the office this morning, as we say. And I do have this unfounded fear of not being able to get out of parking garages. So it was realized because you're like, is the card going to work? Is the key going to work?
Absolutely.
It didn't work. So it gets worse. But
to be continued.
If anybody could have had a camera on me and seen me this morning, it was very comical.
Yes.
So, but let's talk now to Austin Peterson. He is at AP for Liberty, austinpeterson.com. He's not live in studio like he usually is because he's out doing the people's business, headed to the St. Charles County 4th of July parade. Austin, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Tim. Thanks for having me, and happy 4th of July.
Yeah, man, this has got to be one of your favorite holidays, knowing all you stand for. Yes.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. And we started our campaign officially last year, and I'm really excited to be speaking to citizens of St. Charles this morning. Last night, underneath the tree, I laid out Budweiser and assault rifles, and Kid Rock brought me fireworks last night.
Hey, really? Really? Fantastic. So, Austin, so first, which is it? I know there's a lot of parades going on today. Which one is this that you're heading to?
It's St. Charles County Parade, the official parade. It's the only one that I know of in St. Charles. If there's another one, let me know. I'll try to make it. But,
yeah, it maybe go by different things. What are you doing after that? Do you have like a full day of parades and all kinds of stuff?
Okay, I'm not going to lie. I actually get 3 hours off today.
Okay.
And I'm going to go to the pool for about 3 hours.
You should.
And then tonight I think I'm speaking to a gun group for a few minutes after that, but I'm not sure exactly if that's going to happen yet. If it gets canceled, then I get to stay at the pool for like 6 hours, which would be amazing.
Well, it's a good day to grab a bunch of folks who are celebrating the same things that we all do. Everybody in the freedom movement. And you've got captive audiences today, right? Everybody's going to be in good spirits, and I think they'll welcome your message. Austin, I'm sure we need to address the controversy that happened yesterday. It caught me kind of unawares. They asked me. I went on the Glover show yesterday afternoon, and it had just happened, and I luckily I tuned into Dave early enough to listen to it, and I was like, what? I mean, you may be the biggest fan of the Attorney General, and that's fine, but why? This seems like an unforced error to me that they didn't need to do.
Sure, and before I say anything, let me just say thank you, Tim, because I've been listening to your commentary on this race, and you've been very even-handed. Everybody knows that Josh Hawley is the front runner in the Golden Boy, and he has name ID. Of course, Claire McCaskill has 50 times more name ID, but an order of magnitude more than Josh Hawley or myself. So we are running against a powerful incumbent. I think that it's probably a sign of weakness on the Hawley camp that they're desperate. Of course, people have complained about the lackluster campaigning and the lack of fundraising. So it's probably that they're desperate to get him to raise money. That's probably what has to do with it. And also, of course, I think that they do fear an underdog who could have that sort of Trumpishness and could go against the party line. And, sometimes I feel, Tim, that the Republican establishment would rather lose with someone that they can control than win with someone that they can't control, which is myself. Us constitutional conservatives, people like Ted Cruz, they often don't make many friends in Washington, D.C. because they're willing to buck the trends. But I think it's unfair. It was done in secret and by the executive committee with one dissenting vote. So thank you, Mark Anthony Jones from Kansas City. Now the executive committee did it. The central committee is angry. There are a lot of people who are upset about this. On the central committee below it. We should have a fair primary. Do you know Josh Hawley is not an incumbent? He is not an incumbent that needs to be protected. He needs to debate me. I mean, you were honest. You said that he should debate me. I think he should as well. Here's the thing: the Republican nominee is going to be one of two people. It's going to be me, or it's going to be Josh Hawley. It's a two-man race, like Ronald Reagan once famously said. Now is the time for choosing. If the grassroots all get together behind my candidacy, because I'm the only one who's within striking distance of Josh in the primary, then we'll win. If we split up our votes amongst the grassroots, which is what we're kind of seeing happening right now, then Josh Hawley is going to win, and that's going to suck because we're going to get 6 more years of Claire. I don't even think he really wants the job that bad because he knows he can go back to the AG role, and I don't know, man. It's shady, but I expected it. The RNC wanted to put their finger on the scales the same way that the NRSC have been doing for a long time. So, yeah, but I expect this kind of a stuff, which is why we got to beat him.
Yeah, and Austin, I look, I want to take out Claire McCaskill more than anybody, and I feel like we have screwed that up at least once. I'm trying to think back to the one before that, but it seems like when you try too hard to manufacture something, when you try to control things too much that you really can't control, you cannot control the electorate. The electorate needs to have a fair opportunity to make a fair decision. I really think when you do all these manufactured kind of things, you tend to screw things up, right? Because it's
I mean, the thing about it, this is Hillary Clinton tactics, right? What they did to Bernie Sanders, where they try and ensure that their horse gets through the race. And, people didn't like that. That backfired against Hillary Clinton because of the turnout of the Dems that fall. A lot of people who voted for Barack Obama didn't show up to vote for Hillary Clinton, probably because they were disenfranchised. As a matter of fact, I know a lot of Bernie Sanders supporters who voted for Donald Trump in the 2016 election, in part because of how the DNC screwed up. The whole walk-away campaign that the Democrats are going through right now? We don't want that to happen on the Republican side.
No, we don't.
There's going to be a pretty awkward phone call on August 7th, no matter who the winner is. I don't know if the Attorney General wants our support or cares about getting our support, but quite frankly, I feel as if the Republican Party is getting ready to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. Let's have a fair, clean, open primary. Honestly, let's have a debate. Let's let people hear where they stand. If we have a debate, there's probably some things that people don't agree with me on that they would like to hear from me, and maybe they don't want to vote for me, but they can't hear my opinions because the Republican Party wants to squelch out these voices that are here. There are other people who are running as well besides myself that deserve to have a chance.
Yeah,
again, I'm used to this kind of stuff. I ran for president of the United States. Got screwed over plenty of times. I know what politics is all about. I just, of course, I shake my head, and I think it hurts us in the long run. It's like short-term smart, long-term stupid.
Yeah, at AP for Liberty, AustinPeterson.com. Yeah, Austin, I always say, there's great people in the party, and like you said, there's a lot of people probably there's a lot of people in the party. This is not an anti-party thing. I always say, let's have a fair, clean fight through the primary, and then afterwards, I also then expect everybody to rally behind the victor, but you need to have that fair, clean primary battle. Hey, Austin, want to switch gears? We got a couple minutes left. I want to ask you about, I imagine you're excited about, if you get the chance to go to Washington, D.C. and be a U.S. Senator, you get to vote on things or have hearings on things like U.S. Supreme Court justices. You've got to be excited about this opportunity to make this court truly in the image and likeness of the conservative movement.
Oh my gosh, yes! I'm so delighted to potentially have that opportunity. Now, what really blows me away is just how mature the president has taken the Supreme Court nomination picks. He really has put some learned scholars on that top 25 list. My favorite pick, and I know that there are downsides to this, my favorite pick on that list is Senator Mike Lee, who is a true constitutional conservative from Utah. I heard that it was Ted Cruz, actually, who got him put on that list, so thank you, Senator Ted Cruz. People are worried, of course, that we might lose a conservative vote in the U.S. Senate, but frankly, I'm not too concerned that Utah is going to send us a senator who's unconservative.
Probably not.
Well, yeah, depending on how you feel about people like Mitt Romney, of course.
Well, yeah.
That's one thing. But Senator Mike Lee is a true constitutional conservative. I'm kind of young. I'm on the youngish side of things. And to think that Senator Mike Lee might sit for the rest of my life on the Supreme Court would mean that we would be able to shape that conservatively to a sincere limited government standard that I stand for. There's a lot of people in the Republican Party who are just big government Republicans, and he's basically the opposite of that. Senator Lee has stood not only for our fiscal rights, but he's also stood up for our civil liberties as well. Very much in the vein of Neil Gorsuch. I hope that the president chooses him, but we'll see. We'll see. And I would love to have an opportunity to take a vote on that. And if Ruth Bader Ginsburg finally steps down or something happens there, we might get another Supreme Court pick. And I look forward to working with the president next year to get another very conservative one. Maybe you. What about you, Speaker Tim? Are you in the running?
I'm qualified. I still got my law license. Yeah, no, that would be boy. Wow, I don't know what I would do with that, but. No, Austin, you're far too kind. And boy, it's really showing how the left is they're lighting their hair on fire like never before. They're trashing some of these nominees who've not even been put forward yet because they fear things like the fact that these people go to church and stuff. You know, I mean, it's unbelievable. It really is.
Bernie Sanders actually, in a confirmation hearing for one of Donald Trump's, I think, cabinet officials, tried to impose a religious test. Actually, I think this was last year. It's very strange how the left is so intolerant when it comes to religious freedom after, claiming that they believe in it for so many years. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. The left has replaced the concept of God with government. They want to divorce religion from the public square. If the 4th of July, 1776 was about anything, it was about religious liberty. We'd founded this country to get away from the tyranny of the British Church so that we could worship as we see fit. The Democrats have abandoned the spirit of the revolution. I mean, if anything, the 4th of July it's a conservative holiday in many ways. It's resistance to tyranny is obedience to God, in my opinion.
Austin Peterson, a guy who definitely holds these truths to be self-evident. Austin, I got to let you run, but I know you'll be back many times over the next 30 days. He's at AP for Liberty, austinpeterson.com. He's in the great county of St. Charles today for their 4th of July parade. Happy Independence Day, Austin. Good luck to you on the campaign trail.
You too. Happy 4th of July. Goodbye.
Yeah, thank you. We'll see you soon. Yeah, so we've got lots more straight ahead. I got the Chiefs coming in. Eureka Fire Protection District Chief Greg Brown and St. Louis County Police Chief John Belmar will talk about our first responders on this Independence Day. Very important part of folks who keep our country free and safe. Lots more ahead. Tim Jones in for Marc Cox. It's the Marc Cox Morning Show at FM News Talk 97.1.
Red, white, and blue.
97.1 News Time, 7:48. It's 80 degrees. I'm Denise Schaefer, and here are a few of the local stories we're following this morning. Fair St. Louis is back under the Gateway Arch this Independence Day, and the parade begins at 9:30 this morning. An appeals court rules that a Missouri school district violated the Federal Voting Rights Act in its method of electing board members. A bill that would change liquor laws on Main Street in St. Charles was tabled by the City Council last night. In sports, the Cardinals lost to the Diamondbacks 4-2 last night. They play tonight at 9:10. This report brought to you by the Detox and Treatment Helpline. Addiction is a disease. Get courage, get help. Insurance may cover the cost. Call 800-430-4149, 800-430-4149. 97.1 News Time, 7:49. It's 80 degrees.
Traffic from the Deck and Patio Living Traffic Center.
Sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings, not showing any accidents across the map. Everything has been pretty smooth for most of the morning. Airport runs are looking pretty good. Drop-offs and pickups. No issues outside of the airport. All roads leading to are looking pretty good. If you're on 270 on the northbound side, just flowing freely between 44 and on past Dorset. If you're on, it looks like 270 southbound, the construction's not an issue for you this morning. So southbound looking great as well. 44 and 55 where it meets to take you downtown, looking great. But of course, America's birthday parade starting at 9:30. Already seeing some foot traffic surrounding that. Of course, closures have been in full effect since midnight. Also, the Webster Groves parade at 10 o'clock this morning, so closures in full effect there as well. At B-Dubs, Boneless Wing Thursdays are back because every Thursday when you purchase a boneless wing, you get one free. Restrictions apply. Buffalo Wild Wings, Wings, Beer, Sports. I'm Deetra Miles. 97.1 News Time is 7:50.
From the moment you enter one of the locations of the Garden View Care Centers, again, that's Chesterfield, O'Fallon, and at Doherty Ferry, you know right away that the local owner, Richard Winter, has taken great care to provide just a beautiful, comfortable, home-like environment for all of their residents. From the spa rooms where they offer massages, you can get your nails done, to the ice cream parlor and the stay unusual rooms at every location. He really cares about how the Garden View Care Centers are presented.
Yeah, you can tell when you walk in. Everything's got a personal touch. In fact, Richard's overseen a lot of that himself, including the spa, which you walk in to this tiled room that looks like something out of the Four Seasons, and these are activities and things your loved one can take part in every day. It makes such a big difference. They also do vacation stays where your loved ones can be dropped off while your family goes on vacation, if they're still staying with you right now, and they get all the love and care and assistance you would give them for a week. It's like you both get a vacation.
Absolutely, and it's really important to the staff, again, and the owners that your loved ones are in a place that they can can call home. Again, take a tour at one of their locations, Chesterfield, O'Fallon, and at Doherty Ferry. Go to gvcc.com.
Don't get stuck in neutral. Shift your retirement plan into overdrive with Your Retirement Highway with Ken Heisey and Steve Muller from the Heisey Advisory Group. Saturday nights at 7 on FM News Talk 97.1.
Hey guys, Glover here. As always, thanks for listening. I have a very big announcement for you. In exactly 2 days, you will no longer be able to hear my show or any of the other great shows on FM News Talk 97.1 on the TuneIn app or website. From now on, the only place to stream FM News Talk 97.1 is on radio.com. Go to radio.com/listen or download the radio.com app now to continue streaming this and many other radio stations. Make the switch from TuneIn app or website to radio.com today.
Stay in touch and up to date with the 97.1 newsletter delivered straight to your inbox. Become a 97.1 Insider and you can receive our weekly newsletter, local and national breaking news alerts, plus exclusive offers from 97.1 advertisers. Don't miss out. Sign up now at 971talk.com. The only way you can take FM News Talk 97.1 with you is the radio.com app, available on your smartphone in the App Store. Download the radio.com app today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
This hour, Making America Great, brought to you by Proctor Drapery, Blinds, Shades, and Shutters. Making your home great again. ProctorDrapery.com. It's Proctor, spelled like doctor.
This is the Marc Cox Morning Show.
If tomorrow all the things were gone.
Yes, it is. I'm glad you're here joining us. Tim Jones in for Marc Cox. Mark tagged us on a Facebook post.
I saw that, yeah.
So he's alive.
Chilling at the beach.
He's alive and doing well. Happy Independence Day. Happy Independence Day, Marc Cox. Happy 4th of July. I'm gonna give Chief Greg Brown a lot of trouble when he comes in because he's late. Actually, he's actually not late.
No.
Chief John Belmar's early, so that's fine. Yeah. We're gonna talk to both the chiefs after this break. We'll have them on together at the 8:10 slot. We'll have lots of time for them then. But Chief Belmar's in uniform today. Looks like he's working. Looks like he's working today. So, yeah, he's got to keep his eyes on things today. We'll talk to him about what's going on in St. Louis County and talk to Greg Brown about some of the stuff in the fire service. Thank you all for joining us here this morning. So Denise, I found an article. I didn't find it. I think Katie Bailey found it for me probably
you can
yesterday.
take credit.
You take the cred.
This bid to split California into 3 states issue. So maybe next Independence Day we'll have 53 states.
Oh, my
Or wait,
goodness
no, it'd be 52.
52.
It'd be 52.
Mm-hmm.
Neither President Obama nor I can count states. So, yeah. So what does it say here? Here's the proposition. Yeah, this thing has qualified for the ballot. It's called Cal 3. Cal 3. So they want to split California into 3 states. These are people who have decided the state is just too darn big to govern. That's probably true. Northern Californians feel like the Central Coast is governing every aspect of their lives. Probably true.
Yeah.
And Southern Californians probably feel the same way. San Diego has a Republican mayor. I don't know if he's still there or not, but they elected a Republican mayor a few years ago. So there are normal-esque-ish people in California. And they just get tired, like Illinoisans that we have on all the time. They get tired of being governed. Illinoisans get tired of being governed by Chicago. And if you look at the map of Illinois, Cook County is this tiny. It's not tiny, but geographically, I know it's got several million people that live there, and it's all about self-governance, right? But there's also something called gerrymandering, and Illinois has done that extremely well. If you look at a redistricting map, they have figured out how to make sure that Speaker Mike Madigan stays in power for another 30 years or so. You know, if he's around, he's been there for like 30, 35 years. They only have in Illinois like a 7-seat majority in the House, the Democrats. Can you believe it's that slim?
Wow.
Yeah.
But getting across the finish line of those last 7 seats is akin to climbing a mountain because there's just. I'm not going to say it's insurmountable. I think with the Janus decision, that's why people at the Illinois Policy Institute are so excited about the Janus decision, because it's like maybe some of the things they've been preaching about for such a long time, like really radical ideas like taking care of the billion-dollar pension hole, balancing the state budget, which is completely out of whack, lowering some of the ridiculous taxation. Radical ideas, might take effect over there or have a better chance. I'll tell you why. Illinois, for the last 2 years running, has been the state in the union that has lost more of its population from people leaving it than any other state. They're ahead of California,
my goodness,
and New York.
So I thought California would secede before they divided into three
Me
different
too.
states.
I thought so too.
Yeah. Well, these are more, I guess, common sense people. I just don't know how this all works, and that's a great question Denise had yesterday was, okay, so let's say they pass it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, doesn't the federal government have some weigh in on this? And
They do, right?
I think they do. So, here.
So while this is an idea, it's probably really not likely.
Article 4 of the Constitution. Well, here we go. I have a couple seconds here. No new state shall be formed or erected within the jurisdiction of any other state without the consent of the legislature of the states concerned as well as of the Congress.
Okay.
So there is a check and balance there. But wow. What
Just
if you
trying to make a point at this,
Yeah. What if you have this dumped in your lap next year and you get elected to Congress? So, hey, Tim Jones here from Marc Cox. It's the Marc Cox Morning Show, and we'll talk to Chiefs John Belmar and Greg Brown right after these words. Keep it right here.
Are you nearing retirement and wondering if you can afford to retire? Are you worried that you won't have enough income in retirement to live the same lifestyle as you are now? Are you also wondering how the stock market will affect your current retirement plan? This is Thomas Helbig of the Retirement Advisory Group, and we'd like to show you the kind of income your retirement accounts can provide, whether you're retiring now or even in the next 5 years. Call us now at 314-993-9494 for a no-cost, no-obligation financial review. We'll build your own personalized structured income plan that will show you exactly the type of retirement you can count on. And just for coming in, we'll give you a copy of my best-selling book, The Boomer's Guide to a Worry-Free Retirement. We've been helping retirees and pre-retirees achieve a worry-free retirement for 30 years. Call us now at 314-993-9494. That's 314-993-9494 or visit yourretirementkey.com. Once again, that's 314-993-9494 or visit yourretirementkey.com.
Honey, it's time. We can't put it off another year. If you've heard this from your spouse lately, then you've probably spent some time outside lamenting the condition of your home. Unattractive siding, old drafty windows. If you can't stand another season with these, call Banner Construction today. Banner is an elite preferred James Hardie contractor, which means we have the expertise to properly install top quality James Hardie fiber cement siding on any home. When you hire Banner, you're not just purchasing products. You're investing in 25 years of home improvement expertise with a company that cares about the final result. Banner also installs James Hardie's Beechworth windows. Beechworth windows are beautiful wood windows with maintenance-free exteriors. Compare to Marvin, Pella, or Renewal by Anderson, and you'll see that Beechworth has the best features from each brand, all in one incredible window. Don't put it off another day. Call Banner Construction at 314-569-1050. And have a banner day. Call 314-569-1050.
KFTK FM Florissant, KFTK AM East St. Louis, K254CR St. Louis.
The Marc Cox Show, brought to you by Thomas Helbig, the official St. Louis financial advisor of The Marc Cox Show.
Find everything Marc Cox at 971talk.com/Cox. FM News Talk, 97.1.
A radio.com station.
This is the Marc Cox Morning Show.
They're playing it safe with kids trapped in Thailand. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. But at some point, the 12 kids and their soccer coach stranded in a flooded cave system may be asked to swim their way out. The latest on their dilemma now from Fox's Simon Owen.
Chris, relatives of the boys gathered near the cave mouth have been visited in the past couple of hours by Buddhist monks offering prayers for the team's safe return. The local governor says the boys have been practicing wearing dive masks as authorities consider asking them to dive their way out of the cave complex. But experts warn that could be dangerous. The governor says he won't take any chances. Rescuers might be able to drill new holes in the cave, or simply have the boys wait out the rainy season and allow the water to subside, which could take months. Chris?
All right, Simon. President Trump's been interviewing people he might want on the Supreme Court. Fox's Rachel Sutherland has more on that.
Chris, among the candidates under consideration to replace a retiring U.S. Supreme Court Justice Anthony Kennedy, Amy Coney Barrett, named by the president to the Chicago-based 7th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals. She's attracted a lot of attention because of her conservative views on abortion. President Trump is also looking at other federal judges, including Brett Kavanaugh, Thomas Hardiman, Raymond Kethledge, and Amul Thapar. Republican Senator Mike Lee of Utah also on the list. The president expected to make a choice on Monday. Sunday. Chris?
Jill, the president's sticking around Washington this Independence Day.
While most Americans are celebrating Independence Day with fireworks and barbecues, others are deciding to spend the holiday protesting the president's policies, including those on immigration, at rallies being organized across the country. The president will host a picnic for military families at the White House, and tonight, like towns across the country, D.C. will celebrate with the Capitol Fireworks Show and concerts.
That's Fox's Garrett Tenney in D.C. Fox News, fair and balanced.
Listen, my life changed because someone was there to get me to use drugs. No one can understand. Whether or not they've struggled with addiction themselves, people seem to think that having someone who will listen is gonna help make it better. I'm realizing that I need help.
I'm listening.
I need help. I'm realizing that I think that having someone who will listen is going to help make it better. Whether or not they've struggled with addiction themselves, people seem to understand. No one can get me to use drugs. My life changed because someone was there to listen.
1 in 7 Americans will struggle with addiction during their lifetime. Want to know how you can help? Go to heretolisten.com for tips and tools to help turn addiction around. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council.
97.1 News Time, 8:03. I'm Denise Schaefer. Here's the official AccuWeather forecast. Partly sunny, hot and humid this Independence Day. A high of 94, then clear, warm, humid tonight, low of 79. Mostly sunny, hot, humid tomorrow, high of 96. It's 80 degrees right now, and this report brought to you by Community Mortgage. Lending with extraordinary service. Call Michael Mohan at 314-336-6000 or visit communitymortgagestl.com. It's Independence Day, and Fair St. Louis is back under the Gateway Arch. America's Birthday Parade starts at 9:30 this morning in front of Union Station at 18th and Market, and the fair begins at noon. There will be 2 air shows today, and the St. Louis Symphony performs at 8:30 tonight with fireworks at 9:35. Fair St. Louis will continue on Friday and Saturday. The Missouri Republican Party votes to give the National Party permission to begin spending money on behalf of U.S. Senate candidate Josh Hawley before the primary. An RNC rule prevents the National Committee from spending money on behalf of candidates in states with contested primaries without authorization from the state party. A bill that would change liquor laws on Main Street in St. Charles was tabled by the City Council last night. One of the changes was a proposed ordinance that would end alcohol sales after 11 p.m. The City Council decided to put the plan on hold as they continue to explore other options. An appeals court rules that a Missouri school district violated the Federal Voting Rights Act in its method of electing board members. The panel sided with a lower court judge who ordered the Ferguson-Florissant School District to adopt cumulative voting. That allows people to vote multiple times for a single candidate, depending on how many seats are up for election. The school board could appeal the decision. This report brought to you by Resort Release. Got a timeshare contract you want out of permanently? Call now to legally exit your timeshare. 800-895-6516. 800-895-6516. 97.1 News Time, 8:04. It's 80 degrees. Sports is brought to you by RP Lumber. Best service, best value. The Cardinals lost to the Diamondbacks 4-2 in Arizona last night. Starter Jack Flaherty allowed 4 runs on 4 hits in 6 innings. They close out the 3-game series tonight as Miles Michaelis takes the mound. Game time is 9:10. This report brought to you by Victory Men's Health, the experts in low testosterone and ED. VictoryMen'sHealth.com. 97.1 News Time, 8:05. It's 80 degrees.
Traffic from the Deck and Patio Living Traffic Center.
Well, everyone getting prepared for festivities all across the map. Kirkwood, Riverfest, everything going on. There's O'Fallon having something, Wentzville. I mean, just all across the map. All throughout the day, there's going to be festivities, and closures are already in full effect all across the map as well. If you are trying to head out, I'm not showing anything unusual going on as far as accidents across anywhere. 270 northbound looks good. From 6440 on past 70. If you're making your way through O'Fallon at St. Charles, everything looking good through Florissant, Chesterfield, Eureka, all of that is wide open for you. Just be prepared for a lot of foot traffic in your normal spots with festivities going on, and may see some extra little people out and about, so you always want to be careful. But right now, we're accident-free across the map, so that's always some good news. I'm Deetra Miles. 97.1 News Time is 8:06.
Air Comfort Service Heating and Cooling. Weather.
The official FMG's Talk 97.1 Weather Center forecast. Heat advisory in effect from noon tomorrow through 8 p.m. Thursday. A stray shower thunderstorm this evening. Staying warm and muggy overnight, low 76. For tomorrow, Independence Day, partly sunny, hot and steamy, high 95, only dropping to 78 at night. Partly sunny, hot and humid Thursday, high 96. This is meteorologist Bob Larson for FM News Talk 97.1.
It's 8:06 and 80 degrees, and FM News Talk 97.1 is now available on radio.com. Download the radio.com app today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
Hey, Tim Jones here for Universal Windows Direct. I've been telling you all about Universal Windows Direct and their quality windows. You know they're going to make your home more beautiful and more energy efficient because they've got that patented super spacer technology that's rated one of the best options on the market for energy conservation. You know you're getting the best. Did you know they've got an amazing warranty too, the true lifetime warranty? That's exactly what it is for as long as you own your home and 30 years to the next homeowner. That makes Universal Windows Direct windows the last ones you'll ever need. They're going to save you money, make your home more beautiful too. They're custom made for your home, from wood trim to premium vinyl. The added security of cam-style locks. Everyone will knows how good your house looks. Don't suffer in your home any longer with old, worn, beat-up windows. Call my guys at Universal Windows Direct. Right now, for every window you buy, the next one's free, no limits, 0% financing for 36 months, free installation, backed up with that true lifetime warranty. Call to schedule your free in-home estimate today, 314-878-0300, 314-878-0300. Go to universalwindowsstlouis.com. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
The only way you can take FM News Talk 97.1 with you is the radio.com app, available on your smartphone in the App Store. Download the radio.com app today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
FM News Talk 97.1. This is the Marc Cox Morning Show. Follow the show on Facebook. Facebook.com/The Marc Cox Show.
Hey, good morning, people. If you're just getting up, happy Independence Day. It's 4th of July, and it feels like July out there today. Stay cool. I think we're under a heat advisory. We're going to talk to some of our great first responders here in a second. Got the Chiefs in studio. Marc Cox is back next Monday. He's on vacation. He checked in on Facebook with us today, tagged us all. Mark, have a happy Independence Day.
He looks like he's having a blast on vacay.
And he's getting ready to celebrate a birthday tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. We have to do... Denise is going to have to sing happy birthday to Mark tomorrow.
Okay.
Denise is such the birth... She knows everyone's birthday. She can remember every single birthday.
You're really good at that, Denise. I'm not.
I'm a bit of a calendar weirdo.
She's got it wired into her head. It's crazy.
My wife, Suzanne, is exactly like that, and I brought her up because not only that, but they're listening right now.
Oh, good.
They're on the way back from Cleveland. They're closing in on Columbus, I think Suzanne said, and her and Abby are in the car, and they're heading back this way listening to us. So hello, ladies.
Hello. Good morning.
And Katie and I are very much looking forward to Mom being home. Because things just don't quite... I do what I can, but...
just not the same.
Chief Brown, no comment necessary. Yeah.
He's trying to be quiet.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best.
He has a lot to say about me running a household when my lovely wife is not there. So
pretty much running anything.
Yes. I knew it was coming. We'll talk to these guys just a second. Let me talk to Tom Wilsden, who's been hanging on patiently. Tom Wilsden, good morning. Welcome to the Marc Cox Morning Show.
Good morning, Tim Jones, and happy 4th of July to everyone there.
Same to you. Same to you. What's on your mind?
Well, I'm just getting ready for the Bridgeton Parade here.
Oh.
But I be helping out Mark Mathieson and Bruce Wald or whatever, but I wanted to talk about Austin Peterson. They recently said the state party voted 12-13 to authorize Josh Hawley, I guess. And I know several people on there, and I can understand why, because a lot of people do not believe that Austin Peterson is a real Republican. As you know, last cycle he was in the Libertarian running for the national nomination for president, and we believe a lot of people that he's just using the Republican infrastructure to get ahead. And there's just a lot of things that a lot of real conservative Republicans disagree with on Austin Peterson. He's agnostic, and he hasn't raised a lot of money. He's only $70,822 cash on hand with the last FEC report, March 31st. Now we have a new one coming out the July 15th, whatever. But Josh Hawley is at the last thing on March 31st was at $2.1 million. I don't know. there's just a lot of things that are, whether it be the Oberfeld decision or other things like that Austin is on the wrong side of things. So.
Yeah, let me ask you this, though, Tom, and I understand the points. Knowing how vicious Claire McCaskill is, though, and the fact we're going to need every single vote, and do you think there's a risk, though, in alienating Austin's following? He does have a following. He does have a pretty spirited following, and I'd love all those people to vote for whoever the nominee is. If it's presumably, I mean, many of us feel that Josh Hawley's the front runner. So, but don't we want all those people to vote? Because I think we have a bad habit of screwing up things with Claire McCaskill every 6 years.
Yes, we have. The last cycle with Todd Aiken, unfortunately, with certain things on the Charles Jaco show, Jim Talent ran a very good campaign in 2006.
Yes, he did.
Unfortunately, things weren't in the right direction. But, I think you may alienate a few people, but a lot of those people that are coming over aren't real Republicans anyway. So normally they vote in the Libertarian or Constitutional Party side and get their 2 or 6%. So I don't know. I don't think the latest Emerson College poll, which is the only accurate poll, had Josh Hawley at 37%, Peterson at 8%, and everyone else was below 8%. So, the other polls have shown the same thing. Now, I know Austin has one poll that shows him ahead of Claire or whatever, but that was done by Gravis Marketing. And they were rated the worst poll in 2014, and in 2016 they got one poll in Maryland with a congressional candidate wrong by 96 points.
Yeah. Well, Tommy, I definitely understand the points. I do have to run, but I just hope we can all unify behind the nominee and beat Claire McCaskill.
All right, sir, Tim. Have a great
thanks,
day.
Tom. Happy 4th, and good luck in the parade. Absolutely. Yeah, so joining me in the studios here, the aforementioned chiefs. We got Chief John Belmar, St. Louis County Police Chief, and Eureka Fire Protection Chief Greg Brown. Gentlemen, good morning. Thanks for being here on the 4th.
Good morning. Happy 4th.
Chief Belmar looks like he's working today. Chief Brown, what's your excuse? I don't see you in uniform.
Look around. Do you see any smoke?
Point well made. The building is not on fire.
That's right.
Thankfully.
Our partners down here at St. Louis City have done a great job and provide you a safe environment here today.
Exactly. So Chief Brown took me to an awesome restaurant yesterday, and I want to know if he's taken Chief Belmar yet, if he hasn't. Have you taken him out to the, where did we go yesterday? The Iron
Barley.
The Iron Barley.
I don't think John's been out there yet.
John, we got to get you out to God's country, out to High Ridge, and go to Iron Barley, which was down in the city of St. Louis, and was featured on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and a great place. And while we were there, who was that walked in? Was that one of the sheriffs from Jefferson County?
It's the police chief from Burns Mill.
Police chief from Burns Mill, yeah. So frequented by our first responders. So, Greg, I'll start with you. What's on tap for your schedule today? Well, first of all, the reason I want to have you gentlemen on is to remind people that there are people that have to work today, and chief amongst them are our first responders, our law enforcement, fire, EMS, police. These are the people that help make sure we have a safe and happy 4th of July. So I imagine Eureka Fire Protection District is fully staffed and manned today and has a lot to do.
They are. It's going to be a busy day with the excessive heat warning. There'll be people that maybe imbibe a little too much and the heat gets to them. Plus, we're gonna have to deal with fireworks issues. There's some that happen every year, so our folks are ready. And then this evening, there in Eureka, as you well know, we'll have our 4th of July festival, which includes a band and fireworks. And Six Flags has been doing fireworks every night, so there's a lot of things going on in Eureka. Our guys are ready and there to help whenever's needed.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely. We got a lot going on in Eureka, and I have to always remind folks, Eureka Fire Protection District and the Eureka Police Department always are busy because we have a major interstate highway that cuts us right in half, and so we not only take care of our own residents, but we take care of people from literally all across the nation as they go back and forth on what is a very busy interstate corridor.
Right, we've got over 60,000 cars a day that come through Eureka on the interstate, and people get off and they want to come to our businesses, and unfortunately things happen.
Yep.
So between vehicle accidents and people getting sick and whatever else happens, car fires, and it keeps us real busy.
I think you all have some of the best response times in the region, from what I understand.
Well, we're very proud of what our folks do. They get out there right away. Don't they're ready to go all the time and pride themselves on getting there fast to help people, because it really, seconds matter when
Absolutely.
You're talking about somebody's life.
Chief John Belmar, thanks for being here today. What's going on in St. Louis County today? What do you want to point folks to or tell folks about?
Well, I appreciate you shouting out to our first responders, because those guys really are. It doesn't matter if it's 3 a.m. on a February morning or if it's 4th of July. Those men and women are all out there working all the time. So appreciate that. I think what Chief Brown said is true, though. This is one of those days when, we got some fireworks and people having a good time and barbecues. I would ask us to be patient with our first responders. They're doing their job. Some neighbors perhaps call from time to time, aggravated about some other neighbors. And listen, man, again, these cops are out there just trying to do the best they can with the situation. So, and certainly our firefighters out there, our partners, do a great job too. So we're just hoping we have a calm, quiet, safe 4th of July. I just driving down through the city here, and I saw that City Police Department's getting ready for the 4th of July parade. So those men and women are busy too, and I've been thinking about them.
Absolutely. We'll continue with the Chiefs after a quick break here, talk to them about maybe some upcoming things. When I have them in, I always like to remind people that the need to support these families is not just a once-a-year thing. It is year-round. Guns and hoses, the backstoppers, is something I always bring up. We'll talk to Chiefs Belmar and Brown about that and more here on the Marc Cox Morning Show when we get back. Happy Independence Day. Happy 4th of July. You're listening to FM News Talk 97.1.
.97.1 News Time, 8:18. It's 83 degrees. I'm Denise Schaefer, and here are a few of the local stories we're following this morning. The Missouri Republican Party votes to give the National Party permission to spend money on behalf of U.S. Senate candidate Josh Hawley before the primary. An appeals court rules that a Missouri school district violated the Federal Voting Rights Act in its method of electing board members. A lawyer from Florissant was disbarred by the Missouri Supreme Court after a judge said the lawyer forged his signature. In sports, the Cardinals lost the Diamondbacks 4-2 last night. They play tonight at 9:10. This report brought to you by Credit Karma. Get your truly free credit score and free credit monitoring from Credit Karma. Download the Credit Karma app today. Credit Karma, get knowing. 97.1 News Time, 8:19. It's 83 degrees.
Traffic from the Deck and Patio Living Traffic Center.
Sponsored by the Knee and Back Pain Helpline. It looks like some extra activities starting to form around the beginning of the America's Birthday Parade. A lot of you are getting in place, and there's some detours all across the map that you're experiencing as well. So be on the lookout for extra activity going on with a lot of festivities across the map. Right now, not showing any accidents. If you are on 44 on the eastbound side approaching 270, there was someone that stalled off on the shoulder. That has since been cleared. Wide open through Chesterfield, 6440, and inside of 270, no issues. Through O'Fallon and St. Charles via 70 eastbound has been rolling at posted speeds for most of the morning as well. No issues on the Illinois side if you're making your way towards the city. All the bridges are wide open for you. End your knee or back pain in days. Learn how a Medicare-covered knee or back brace can help. Plus, get free delivery. 800-616-KNEE. 800-616-KNEE. I'm Deetra Miles. 97.1 News Time is 8:20.
Hey folks, consider making your lovely home great again by transforming and complementing your home decor with the finest window fashion from Proctor Drapery. Of course, Michael Proctor's a great guy with exceptional expertise and interior designer, but what's more, he's personally available to you 7 days a week. You don't have to go shopping anywhere, and why would you? Important decisions on window treatments with Michael's expertise and talented eye can and should be made right in the comfort of your lovely home. You'll be excited to see your new look decor right then and there. And Michael offers all the varieties of decorative hardware, the latest gorgeous designer fabrics, luxurious, contemporary, classic. Proctor Drapery has served St. Louis's most gracious citizens since 1974, with the highest quality and value for custom drapery, blinds, shades, and shutters. Also a top-tier Hunter Douglas priority dealer and your first choice for Norman Plantation shutters. Schedule a fast, easy, and convenient appointment with Michael's mobile design unit. Visit ProctorDrapery.com. It's Proctor's
spelled like doctor.
Hey guys, Glover here. As always, thanks for listening. I have a very big announcement for you. In exactly 2 days, you will no longer be able to hear my show or any of the other great shows on FM News Talk 97.1 on the TuneIn app or website. From now on, the only place to stream FM News Talk 97.1 is on radio.com. Go to radio.com/listen or download the radio.com app now to continue streaming this and many other radio stations. Make the switch from TuneIn app or website to radio.com today.
The Annie Fry Show.
Wednesday, happy birthday, America. And we remind you to submit your Junior Patriot submissions at 971talk.com/patriot.
Annie Fry, weekdays noon to 3 on FM News Talk 97.1. Marc Cox. Talk lines are open now at 314-241-9797 or 866-455-9797.
Hey, Tim Jones in for Marc Cox. Welcome to the Marc Cox Morning Show. Happy Independence Day. Happy 4th of July. Continuing with Chief Greg Brown, Chief John Belmar, St. Louis County, Eureka Fire Protection District, respectfully. Chief Belmar, you probably saw that story beginning of this week about the terror suspect that they've got in Cleveland. And what I want to ask you about, I imagine that you all, being a police officer now is probably a lot different than it was 100 years ago or even 50 years ago. I imagine you all in St. Louis County get involved in a lot of that counterterrorism intelligence. You probably work very closely with the FBI. I know you have your own SWAT teams and such. And one of your officers, Dan Cunningham, good friend of mine, lives out in Eureka. I know he flies a chopper. And the police service is well beyond just walking a beat anymore these days, isn't it?
No, you're exactly right. In fact, we have a fusion center that we host in the St. Louis County Police Department. Obviously, that's a partnership with our federal law enforcement partners, and really that's just pointed at the terrorist threat. You know, everything changed on 9/11, 2001. We all know that. But I really think it pointed us in the right direction, a direction to where we understood what mission looked like. We understood how to protect these folks out here that we so humbly serve and protect at the same time. And you're right, we do have a lot of assets out there. But again, this is a fast-moving world right now, whether it's a threat regarding any type of crime, including terrorism or technology or whatever it may be. You're exactly right. This isn't walking a beat. This isn't even riding cars 20 years ago. It's changed dramatically.
The thing I touched on with Chief Brown earlier, I think sometimes we get lulled into a false sense of security here in the heartland. Okay, we're in the middle of the country, Midwest family values. We're protected by a lot of other states around us. We forget that we have things like major interstate highways that bring all sorts of folks from all, and many, 99.9% of them, just folks having a good time traveling through our great state. But 44 is known as drug highway a lot, and I bet you see a lot of interesting things that come through our neck of the woods.
Well, we do. And, St. Louis is really an interstate hub when we take a look at it, 44, 55, 270, 64, 70, et cetera. So because of that, it makes it a very busy area, 1.3 million people just within the city and the county alone, and the region's much bigger than that. And I think you're exactly right. For as many folks that live here and for what this region brings to the state of Missouri and the Midwest, it's remarkable that pretty much nothing but good people live here. And I'm proud to say that. However, it takes a very few to cause a lot of problems.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Chief Greg Brown, it was a busy. I know you watched the legislature pretty closely. Fire districts only exist because of state statute, and so everything the Missouri legislature does or does not do can affect your line of work and everybody who serves under you at the Eureka Fire Protection District. And I know you're very involved regionally and statewide. Even though we had a lot of drama this legislative session with some of the folks, the personalities, we have a new governor now. Many are saying this was a productive legislative session. I think it was a good session for fire, EMS, and police as well.
Yeah, it really was. There's a lot of things that happen, and as you well know, there was about twice as much legislation passed this session as there was the previous one, which is pretty amazing considering the whole circus environment that was going on. But as far as we're concerned, there was a couple of big things that happened. There was an omnibus EMS bill that was passed that will help our first responders in the EMS community across the board. A lot of good things in that big bill. Also, one of the issues that we've been working on for a long time, that even when you were in the legislature, was the 911 bill. That with the amount of landlines that are going away, the 911 tax that supports 911 service in Missouri was dwindling, and there's a number of places that the 911 service was on the verge of going away, and now there's a mechanism in place that cell phones will have to help pay that load for the 911 service, because not every place in Missouri has 911 to start with, and there was a large number of counties that were on the verge of losing that as well. So,
yeah, we forget about how large Missouri is, 10th largest state by geography, and how rural our state is.
Exactly. You get into the hills of Texas County or someplace like that, and phone service is difficult at best, and if you're looking for help and you do have a signal, but 911 doesn't work, do you know the numbers to call?
Exactly. Chief Belmar, communication is so vital with law enforcement, fire and EMS. I remember, back in the day, there was a patchwork quilt of communication services. Has it gotten better over the last 5-10 years?
It's gotten a little bit better. It really has. And I think one thing that the ECC that Chief Brown sits on and along with myself has really brought to the table is that level of collaboration that we work together with. We have more redundancy today, though, than we did years ago, but we have to explore different directions. I talked a moment about technology. We have young people now that would almost prefer to text the police instead of call the police, right?
Yeah.
So those are the kind of technologies that we have to be adaptive to, and we're working hard on making sure that we satisfy those needs.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's an ever changing world. I alluded to this earlier. I'm not going to have time to get fully into it, so I'll hold you guys on for one more break if you can, because I really want to talk about something. It's going to be here before we know it. It's July 4th now. So it'll be Thanksgiving, and you'll be back in here again talking about, I know, a charity that is very near and dear to both of your hearts, and that's Backstoppers. It'll be Guns and Hoses time before we know it. But I want to talk about that organization that I know you were both very engaged in and how it works with us year-round. And this is a great day to kind of think about stuff like that because, as you both have said, you've got full crew. You're on full alert status today, right? I mean, everybody, your shifts are full and you're working. You got fireworks, you got to watch. Everybody's traveling in highways and so on and so forth. And sometimes the folks in your line of work, they give the ultimate sacrifice and the families are left behind with a big empty hole. And I think it's so incredible that we here in the Heartland really take care of our own, and the Backstoppers organization definitely does that. So we'll talk a little bit about Backstoppers, Guns and Hoses when we come back, and then we'll wrap up this hour and this show with some of the national news of the day. It's mainly a day of parades and festivities, but the news does roll on, and we'll bring it all to you. Tim Jones in for the vacationing Marc Cox will be back next Monday. It's the Marc Cox Morning Show. It is Wednesday, July 4th. Happy Independence Day. More right after this.
Air Comfort Service Heating and Cooling. Weather.
The official FM News Talk 97.1 Weather Center forecast. Heat advisory in effect from noon tomorrow through 8 p.m. Thursday. A stray shower thunderstorm this evening. Staying warm and buggy overnight, low 76. For tomorrow, Independence Day, partly sunny, hot and steamy, high 95, only dropping to 78 at night. Partly sunny, hot and humid Thursday, high 96. This is meteorologist Bob Larson for FM News Talk 97.1.
I'm Jennifer Kishinka with Your Money Now. Looking like your father could be good for your health, at least for the first year of your life. A new study found that when a baby lives only with the mother, fathers who see a resemblance to themselves spend more time with the infant in the first year. which corresponds with better health at the child's first birthday compared with babies whose fathers didn't see a resemblance. At some summer camps, songs around the campfire and three-legged races are being replaced by classes on stocks and launching startups. With names like Camp Millionaire, Moolah U, and Whiz Biz Kids, the camps are designed to appeal to parents who want to teach their children the basics on money management. The programs teach everything from basic financial concepts to the skills needed to launch a new business. The pressure is on for companies around the world to put more women on their boards. The U.S., once a leader in female directors, is lagging behind Europe, where mandates have forced corporations to boost the ratio of women holding board seats. That's your money now.
My number 2 does not look like a number 2. I don't know what to call it. Is there a number 3?
Table for 4, please. Anything close to the restroom.
A middle seat with these stomach problems? That's my fear of flying.
Sound like you? If it does, you could be one of the many people with a digestive condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Even if you don't know what EPI is, you might know the symptoms. Frequent diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain. If you have even just one of these symptoms, you could still have EPI, because not everybody experiences EPI the same way, which is why it's so important to open up to your doctor about all your symptoms. And the good news is, EPI is manageable, so don't keep a lid on it. Go to identifyepi.com, complete the symptom checker, and use it to have a conversation with your doctor. Don't keep a lid on it. Visit identifyepi.com. Brought to you by AbbVie.
Your Money Matters, brought to you by Fisher Window and Door Store, your dealer for Marvin Windows and Doors in the St. Louis region. FisherWindow.com. Traffic from the Deck and Patio Living Traffic Center.
Sponsored by Associated Press. As far as accidents are concerned across the map, still showing nothing going on as far as that's concerned. Had a couple of broken down vehicles across the map as well, but many of them did not create a backup for you. Making your way from Eureka, 44 eastbound, headed towards 270, and 55 from Arnold northbound, where they merge to take you downtown. It looks pretty good. Of course, you know, the detours are already set up for the America's Birthday Parade. That's going to be taking off within an hour, so be mindful of that. Then you have the Webster Groves Parade and all kinds of events going on. Kirkwood's having something, Wentzville, Florissant, all across the map this morning. Be mindful of the closures and detours and a lot of the foot traffic that you'll be experiencing. Of course, you're having to slow down and watch your speed and just be patient and have a good time while you're out. All right. The newest podcast from the Associated Press, Ground Game, hosted by AP's Megan Crane, a weekly conversation about top political issues ahead of the upcoming midterm elections, available on Apple Podcasts and podcast1.com. I'm Deetra Miles. 97.1 News Time is 8:33.
Watch the Marc Cox Show live on the Granite Transformation Studio Cam at 971talk.com/Cox. Log on to our website or use your mobile device to join the daily live stream and watch the show. It's the Granite Transformation Studio Cam at 971talk.com/Cox.
Don't get stuck in neutral. Shift your retirement plan into overdrive with Your Retirement Highway with Ken Heisey and Steve Muller from the Heisey Advisory Group. Saturday nights at 7 on FM News Talk 97.1.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jay Omis with Better Sleep STL. Most people are unaware that breathing disorders can affect children as well as adults. Mouth breathing and the lack of proper sleep can have negative effects on a child's development, performance in school, extracurricular activities, and social relationships. Signs and symptoms in children may include snoring or heavy breathing, difficulty falling asleep at night or staying awake during the day, ADHD-type mood behavior, recurrent ear infections, crooked teeth, and even bedwetting. The good news is there are early treatment options available to remedy pediatric sleep disorders, including permanent corrective dental treatments, allowing your child to get a better night's rest and a healthy start in their development. In addition, my office is one of just a few facilities certified in the safest, most effective treatments to naturally promote pediatric airway growth and development. For more information, please contact me today at 636-978-0226 or visit HealthyStartUSA.com to schedule your child's complimentary evaluation.
Dear beloved home, you've always been there for us. So many special moments and memories. Now that our kids are older and no longer in the backyard, it's time for you to become a reflection of who we are today. Exteriors by Mosby came in, designed the perfect outdoor kitchen, pergola, and entertaining area for us to have our friends over for dinner parties. Thank you, Exteriors by Mosby, for the next era of memories.
Call 909-8383 or visit exteriorsbymosby.com.
Exteriors by Mosby. Home never felt so good.
Marc Cox. Talk lines are open now at 314-241-9797 or 866-455-9797.
Well, she seemed alright by dawn's early light.
This is the Marc Cox Morning Show. Follow Mark on Twitter at MarcCox971.
Hey, Mr. Tucker. I just was curious if you agree with the stance most recently supported by Senator Gillibrand to abolish ICE.
I have not had a chance to look at that. I don't know what it is. So.
Okay. She was just saying that she'd like to see ICE abolished. I was just curious where you stand that way.
That's not something I've spent any time thinking about. I don't have any information about it.
All right, I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's the difference between East Coast liberals and Heartland liberals. That was that was an Arkansas Democrat being interviewed, and he's like, I don't want to talk about abolishing ICE because my people actually like ICE. You know, right. I mean, and it just shows how uninformed and misinformed the left is on things that our government does. I thought they all loved government. I thought they should know everything about government, and here they are wanting to abolish one thing in government that we actually need that's in our Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
You know, protecting, defending the nation, the borders. That's actually in our Constitution. They don't like things that are in the Constitution. They just want to create new things to put in to put into law that shouldn't be in there in the first place. Let me talk to Lynn real fast, then we'll get back to our Chiefs in studio here. Lynn, good morning. Welcome to the Marc Cox Morning Show.
Good morning. Thanks for being there today, y'all, live.
Thank you, Lynn. Thanks for listening as always.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome, and happy 4th to everybody who's working today.
Same to you, Lynn. What's on your mind?
I just wanted to comment about the Josh Hawley request for more money from the Republican Party. Went through legal channels and I guess all that kind of stuff, and they approved it.
Mm-hmm.
I just wonder if this isn't some sort of payback for getting rid of or helping to get rid of the former Governor Greitens. Just my suspicious nature, just wondering about something like that. Surely that doesn't go on in politics.
You mean that you think there's backroom deals in politics, Lynn? Shame on you.
I know. That evil suspicion inside me, I just can't get rid of it.
Yeah, Lynn, I don't know, Lynn. I think it's an unforced error. You know, why create a controversy when the primary is only 30 days away? And if you think Josh Hawley's your guy, that's great. You know, and if he's the guy, I think he'll do a great job taking on Claire McCaskill. I think any of the folks, Austin Peterson, Tony Minetti, I think they'd all take on Claire great. But, you know, why now you've made a controversy about something that didn't need to be a controversy, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Lynn, happy Independence Day to you. Thanks so much for listening.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye.
Yeah, absolutely. So I should mention this. The Junior Patriot Award submissions are about to close. Today's a great day to remind you all about this. Go to 971talk.com. Vote for your favorite student patriot. The winner gets a 16-gigabyte iPad mini. That's a cool prize.
Mm-hmm.
Go to 971talk.com/patriot. 971talk.com/patriot. Also, some folks think we're like going off the air because we're changing apps.
Not the case. Not the case.
Right. The terrestrial radio signals on 97.1 FM, 98.7 FM, and 1490 AM. See how I can roll that off now?
Yes, it's awesome.
Took me 5 days, but I figured it out. That
great.
Stays the same. Okay, here's what changes. We have a bunch of these apps, right? The way you stream our station. I know my wife is streaming us as she's driving back from Cleveland. Beginning next week, you can only do it on radio.com. Just the streaming, the streaming part. The terrestrial radio, turn it on your AM, FM bands. None of that, we're not going off the air. The apps are changing. So you need to download the radio.com app, declutter your phone. That's the only one you need to listen to us via streaming, via the application. So let me continue with Chiefs John Belmar and Greg Brown for one more segment here. Gentlemen, I've been promising to get to this. We're finally going to get to it. The need to support the families of those who give the ultimate sacrifice is a year-round mission, right? It's not just one day a year with guns and hoses, but the Backstoppers Group has been around a long time and continues to do great work. Chief Brown, I'll start with you. You got your gun. It's been looking at me all morning. He's got his Guns and Hoses t-shirt, his shirt on, so I remember to talk about this. Chief, before we know it, it'll be Thanksgiving, right? Now that we hit the 4th of July.
You know, it's only 5 months away from the official start of the holiday season, and that's Guns and Hoses. You know, we're starting to get the committee up and running for this year. We'll have guys that are starting to train Some of the fighters train all year round, but the ones who want to get out there and try it, they're starting to train now. So we're looking for another fabulous show. Another record event is what we're shooting for this year. And it's always the night before Thanksgiving, that Wednesday night down at Scottrade. And I assume that if folks want to contribute to is it backstoppers.com? Is that the website? Yeah, if you go to backstoppers.com, and Guns and Hoses is one organization that helps support the Backstoppers, but there's many, many events that go on all year long to support the Backstoppers, and the Backstoppers are there all the time. Retired Chief Ron Battelle is the executive director, and he and his folks are in the office every day, and they're there to help when something bad happens. They're right there to start helping the families immediately, and they work with the local jurisdictions that are affected, get with the families, and immediately come in to provide help. But there's again a lot of events that are going on year round. People. Coming up the first weekend in August, we've got the barbecue competition. Oh, yeah, that's right. Out in Eureka. Yep. And that barbecue competition has a special piece in there that is a Guns and Hoses cook-off where police officers and firefighters and their teams can come out and compete in a pork steak showdown. Oh. So you want to make sure you come out for that. It's a lot of fun, and then it's all part of the bigger Route 66 barbecue blast that goes on. And it's amazing. It's Backstop. I'm sorry, I led you astray, as I often do, right? Backstoppers.org. Backstoppers.org. I just pulled it up, and Chief Belmar, right here at the top, it says police officers, firefighters, EMS. That's something we all stand together on, is supporting these families, and it's right there, folks. You can go to backstoppers.org and look at that. Chief Belmar, it's a great organization, isn't it? And it does great. A lot of unsung heroes work on Backstoppers year round.
Well, the membership is probably the biggest unsung hero. Those folks that support Backstoppers each and every day from all strata of our society. And I got to tell you, there's a lot of worthwhile charities out there. There really are, and many of us know about them. But I have yet to see one that is as beneficial to their target goal as Backstoppers is. And you can tell people with a clear conscience, say, listen, if you give to Backstoppers, that money is going to help a family of a fallen first responder, and it'll help in remarkable ways. I know we always worry when we're giving to charities is, okay, how much is going to overhead and salaries and things like that. My understanding is Backstoppers is one of the best charities as far as making sure that money comes in and goes back out to the families. Well, they're well run, and they administratively, they have their act together at Backstoppers. There's a lot of important stakeholders that say to themselves, hey, listen, how can I assist in this effort? So I think that helps too. And you're right. It provides us comfort knowing that we're going to give our donations to something that A, is not only worthwhile, but B, is going to be used in the appropriate manner. And we can know that our money is going to where it's supposed to. Chief Brown, what's the date of that the big barbecue event again? As we wrap up here, it's that first weekend, the Friday and Saturday in August. I think it's the 5th and 6th of August. Yep. So come on out to Eureka and enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Yeah, folks, you can see all the events coming up that are related to and supported of Backstoppers. Not just Guns and Hoses, but it's a year-round endeavor. It's a great way to wrap up our conversation. Let's continue to support the folks, the brave men and women in our police forces, our firefighters, and our EMS. Chiefs, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you very much, especially the fact you brought food. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, happy Independence Day to all of you. Absolutely. Be safe out there. I'll let you guys get back on the streets, doing what you do best. Tim Jones here for Marc Cox. We will wrap up the show. We got I'll bring you your national, international news when we come back as we wrap things up here at FM News Talk 97.1.
Send me to the county home. Now I ain't saying it's right or it's wrong, but maybe it's the only way. Talk about your revolution. It's the Independence Day.
97.1 News Time, 8:45. It's 83 degrees. I'm Denise Schaefer, and here are a few of the local stories we're following this morning. Fair St. Louis is back under the Gateway Arch this Independence Day, and the parade begins at 9:30 this morning. An appeals court rules that a Missouri school district violated the Federal Voting Rights Act in its method of electing board members. In sports, the Cardinals lost the Diamondbacks 4-2 last night. They close out the series tonight at 9:10. 97.1 News Time, 8:45.
Traffic from the Deck and Patio Living Traffic Center.
Sponsored by the Detox and Treatment Helpline. We got festivities all across the map from this morning and then some throughout the day. America's birthday party getting underway, or America's birthday parade, rather, getting underway in the next 45 minutes. And then you have Webster Groves and Florissant and Wentzville and Kirkwood and all kinds of stuff going across the map. So you want to be mindful as you do make your way. A lot of detours across the map. You want to watch your speed and be careful. There's going to be a lot of foot traffic right now across the map, and no incidents going on, none whatsoever, no crashes, no broken down vehicles. If you are making your way out of town and you're headed to the airport, 270 eastbound, 70 east and westbound, and the inner belt north and southbound has really been your friend. So the outside of the airport is looking pretty good. Can't speak towards the inside. On the Illinois side, it's been virtually quiet. If you're making your way towards the city, all the bridges are wide open for you. Addiction is a disease. Get courage, get help. Insurance may cover the cost. Call 800-430-4149. That's 800-430-4149. I'm Deetra Miles. 97.1 News Time is 8:46.
Summer travel plans? Get your car road ready at CarX Tire and Auto. Scheduled maintenance, AC repair, brakes, tires. Your CarX man does it all at prices that keep you coming back. For special offers, visit CarX.com.
Don't worry, call the CarX man.
Honey, it's time. We can't put it off another year. If you've heard this from your spouse lately, then you've probably spent some time outside lamenting the condition of your home. Unattractive siding, old drafty windows. If you can't stand another season with these, call Banner Construction today. Banner is an elite preferred James Hardie contractor, which means we have the expertise to properly install top quality James Hardie fiber cement siding on any home. When you hire Banner, you're not just purchasing products. You're investing in 25 years of home improvement expertise with a company that cares about the final result. Banner also installs James Hardie's Beechworth windows. Beechworth windows are beautiful wood windows with maintenance-free exteriors. Compare to Marvin, Pella, or Renewal by Anderson, and you'll see that Beechworth has the best features from each brand, all in one incredible window. Don't put it off another day. Call Banner Construction at 314-569-1050 and have a banner day. Call 314-569-1050.
Hey guys, Glover here. As always, thanks for listening. I have a very big announcement for you. In exactly 2 days, you will no longer be able to hear my show or any of the other great shows on FM News Talk 97.1 on the TuneIn app or website. From now on, the only place to stream FM News Talk 97.1 is on radio.com. Go to radio.com/listen or download the radio.com app now to continue streaming this and many other radio stations. Make the switch from TuneIn app or website to radio.com today.
A mailbox? 3 days. Okay. What about a fence? 3 days. I got one. A swimming pool. 3 days. Really?
Before you start any digging project, have your property marked for underground lines. Natural gas lines will be marked in yellow. Call 800-DIG-RIGHT or 811. It's quick and it's the law.
Oh, how about a castle with a moat? 3 days.
Call before you dig. A message from Missouri's Association of Natural Gas Operators.
The only way you can take FM News Talk 97.1 with you is the radio.com app, available on your smartphone in the App Store. Download the radio.com app today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
FM News Talk 97.1.
With a dream, my cardigan. Welcome to the land of fame excess. Am I gonna fit in?
This is the Marc Cox Morning Show.
Look to my right and I see the Hollywood sign.
Follow the show on Facebook. Facebook.com/The Marc Cox Show.
My tummy's turning and I'm feeling kinda homesick.
Well, Hannah and Mia, is this more your speed? You like this? You guys like this?
Yeah. It's Party in the USA. Miley Cyrus.
Do you both like this? Yeah, good, good. So, Mia, you just got back from a... You probably can't hear me. Yeah. You just got back from a big trip, right?
Yeah.
Where were you?
Georgia.
Georgia. What'd you think of the state of Georgia?
It was good.
It was good.
She had beautiful pictures. The view from where they were at was just gorgeous.
But tell us about your favorite part.
What was your favorite part?
Yeah. I like the color war.
Oh, now what's that?
You got to explain it.
Well, they took chalk and you throw it. We played games with the chalk. One of them, you'd throw it. You'd try to get it on the shirt and see who could get there's the dirtiest.
You guys have goggles on or anything?
No.
This
She
is not.
came back with some really dirty clothes.
Yeah,
Yay! Here, Mom.
Here's dirt.
The conference was really cool because they were sending like updates on Instagram or whatever, so I could see like some pictures. She wasn't necessarily in them, but there was like color explosions and everyone was just like covered in this colored chalk. So it was cool.
great.
Yeah.
Hannah over here looks like she's programming something. Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing over there, Hannah?
I'm playing Sandbox.
Oh, Sandbox. Okay. Is that like the newest, biggest game?
No.
Are you? You said you're a Minecrafter, right?
Mm-hmm.
You like Minecraft?
I play this thing called Blockcraft.
Okay. Awesome.
It's like another version of it,
Awesome.
maybe. I don't know.
You guys
that
gonna-
and Animal Jam, right?
Animal Jam. Yeah. You guys gonna go to the? Yeah. Whatever.
She still hasn't decided.
Sure.
Yeah. This is like being at home. Yeah.
Yep. Hanging out. Got some donuts. There's some games.
Yeah, we thanks to Chiefs Belmar and Brown. We get here. You all ladies all get here really ridiculously early, and then I come in sort of semi crazy early, and
It's still very early.
There's not a lot of time for breakfast, and so they brought us a little
very
snack.
nice. Always
so.
good to see them.
Yes.
Yeah, always good to see them. Great information. Hope you enjoyed that. Oh, Mia's been reminding me I need to tell my garage story.
Yes, let's hear it. Let her rip.
And I love the Chase Park Plaza. Let me just say that this
Beautiful.
is not their fault. This is user error. Okay, so I should have tested the key to exit these garages in these hotels. You use your key card and then you pop it in the slot, right? Well, I go down. It's 5:45 in the morning. And it's on a holiday. There's nobody around,
Right.
and there's just a gate there. Me and this inanimate gate. There's no person. I'm sliding the card. It's going beep and then nothing. Beep and then nothing.
Oh no.
I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be late. This is my fear. My fear is I'm not going to be able to get out of garages. So I hit the call button.
Doing the show from the phone in the garage of the Chase
Yes.
Park Plaza.
I hit the call button. It rings forever. Somebody answers. They're not there. There's a click and they hang up.
Oh my
I'm like,
gosh.
So you know what I did then? I'm like, I'm going to get out of this garage. I get out and I'm trying to lift the gate arm up, right?
You did
and
not.
it goes up, but then there's nobody driving my car through. So I'm standing there holding the gate up, looking at my car like it's Knight Rider, like it's going to go by itself or something.
on.
I'm like, you can get out. You can get. I'm like, wait, this is not going to work. I'm not awake yet.
Right.
So I'm wrestling with the gate arm. I go back. I use the machine again. I'm using everything. I'm hitting call buttons. Nothing's working. I go tearing back up in the garage. I'm going 90 miles an hour. If anybody come around the corner, I wouldn't be here right now. I'd be in the hospital. I'm running down the hallway. This guy's looking at me like, where's the fire?
Right.
I run to the front desk, and there's a very nice lady there at the front desk at Chase. I love the Chase. They're wonderful people. My
And you're
sister works there.
sweating, panting.
I'm sweating. I'm panting. She's like, she looks at me. She's like, what? I said, I can't get out of the garage. I have to be on a radio show. I'm hosting a radio show. You would have thought I said I am a surgeon that has She thought that was the most important thing in the world suddenly. She's like,
That was
oh my
nice
God.
of her.
Oh my God. Okay, we got to get you out here. Radio. Okay, give me your card. She's like doing it. She's like, I answered the phone. It didn't go up. Long story short, it was fine.
Everything worked out. But you know what?
You're
though?
here.
That's the worst. It's like a panicky feeling. And I remember whenever we were first coming to Intercom and we were like, how are we going to get in this building with that gate?
I know.
Oh my gosh. I was in a full-fledged panic that morning, just thinking to myself, I'm not going to be able to get in that gate. And
Yeah.
then I'm not going to be able to
My
go to
car's
work.
in the shop, and I forgot to get my garage door
clicker.
opener for home and for work out of it. And I'm like, great.
I fear the power of parking garages over our lives.
Yes,
I really
yes.
do.
Oh, totally. And it's a brand new phenomenon for us because
Yeah.
over
Didn't have that before,
we didn't
yeah.
have that before, and it's beautiful because we're so safe and it's
Yeah,
so
it
early
is.
in the morning.
It
So
is.
it's a great feature to have.
Yes.
But
I
at the
feel
same
guilty
time,
calling the security guard in the morning.
I
Like,
do
I
too.
don't
You
have
know, I
my
get this-
garage door opener.
Yeah.
Can you help me?
So
And
I have a
just feel
love-hate
guilty.
relationship with parking garages.
I want to see that
You made
security footage.
I
of
know, I was
Tim
thinking the
Jones.
same
Yeah.
thing. I was like, if we could pay
Security
someone to get that security footage,
I'm
that
in my
surveillance
shorts
video,
and
I'd love
t-shirt.
it.
I'm running around. I'm looking,
Screaming.
and there's nobody around. Like there's nobody around. But thank you to the lovely front desk clerk at the Chase. She was awesome. I wish I would have gotten her name. It actually said she was training today too. And
Oh
so
my goodness.
She
That's
knew.
terrifying.
That's a way to break her in.
Right.
Thanks,
She knew.
Tim.
I think I made her 5 years older today, or increased her blood pressure. She did. She was marvelous, and she knew exactly what to do.
Oh,
so,
good.
So big props to the Chase, and yeah, parking garages. Watch them carefully. Yeah.
Closely.
Well, ladies, you survived your first morning show. How about that? What'd you think?
Good.
You want to get up with Mom every day at 3 a.m. and come in here and do this?
Yeah.
Oh boy! Wow.
Hannah, would you?
What about you,
Guess
Hannah?
so, but I'll
She-
get really tired.
Truer words have never been spoken.
See, now I think that they'll understand when I come home. I'm like, Mom needs a nap.
I
you know,
don't wanna
They'll be
talk
like,
to
okay,
anyone.
good. I
Denise's
get it.
sympathy play today. Yeah. Yeah.
What took me so long?
Well, we got 1 minute left, so let me just say to you all out there, thank you for listening today. Thanks for calling in. Thank you to our awesome guests. We had General Beckett, Nick Schroer, Austin Peterson, Chiefs Brown, and Belmar. All of you callers, all of you listeners. We would not be here doing this but for you, and we thank you for keeping this awesome station on the air and so popular in our vast listening audience. Remember, download the radio.com app. You can keep listening to us on the radio. None of that changes, but if you app us, if you stream us, you can do that. So if you app us, I think I just invented a new
I
verb.
like that.
Happy Independence Day to all of you. Happy Independence Day, Denise, Katie.
Same to you.
Same to
Enjoy
you.
your day.
Thanks to Trish for manning the phones and keeping us in between the ditches.
And thanks for coming in, Mia and Hannah.
Yes,
I
thank
love
you,
spending my morning
ladies.
with my girls here. Thanks, Tim and everybody, for letting me bring them in.
Absolutely.
Too. Yes.
I'll get you guys together with Katie and Abby. I think you'd enjoy them. A lot of similarities here. Hey, it's Tim Jones for Marc Cox. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 5 a.m., early and out of the gates.
Marc Cox here for Granite Transformations, the company that remodeled my kitchen countertops and bathroom countertops. Exciting news. You need to visit their new showroom down in Fenton. It's even more amazing than the old showroom in Chesterfield. They're going to have a showroom moving special, so go visit them. It's 1750 Fenn Park Drive in Fenton, just off 44 and Mraz. It's easy to get to. Let me tell you about Granite Transformations. This is a great product. We got the engineered granite, but they offer quartz and recycled glass and even Italian marble. It comes with an exclusive lifetime warranty that covers the chipping or the cracking of the stone itself. It's heat, stain, scratch, bacteria resistant, you name it. This is a top of the line product. They'll have it in your house installed in about a day or maybe a day and a half. Trust me, you need to talk to Granite Transformations if you're about to redo your kitchen or your bathroom. Call them at 636-728-1100 or go to their website at granitetransformations.com.
Listen to why Alan from Glen Carbon trusted Michael Mohan from Community Mortgage with his home purchase.
We had a complicated situation. We needed a loan to purchase the home that we were living in. And because of these circumstances, I really didn't know which way to turn. And I heard his commercial on the radio. So I just thought, I'm going to give him a call. I was impressed from the moment we began to talk, and from step 1 through step 10, everything worked out perfectly. We got a 15-year loan, which was right where we wanted to be, and the interest rate was fantastic. There's a lot of people that do what Michael does, but he adds a professionalism and is able to create an atmosphere of friendship. It puts a person at ease. Everything was done, and he pointed to a number, and he said, "You see that number?" And it was a 0, just like his commercial promised.
Call Michael Mohan at Community Mortgage, 314-336-6050, or at communitymortgagestl.com. Community Mortgage LLC, NMLS 224143 and 250353.
On the streets of Miami, speed is the law. So when a corn dog goes after the wrong girl,
Oh, heartburn!
one man will bring her Tums Ultra Strength. I'm on my way. Don't get wrecked by heartburn. Nothing works faster than Tums.
Your mustard's fast, but my Tums are faster.
And with Tums on the go rolls, it's never been easier to leave heartburn behind.
You did it.
Yeah. You gonna finish that corn dog?
Tums Ultra Strength, available in a store near you.
Make your home an ADT home and help protect against break-ins, fire, and carbon monoxide. Get our lowest rate for fast response monitoring, starting at just $28.99 a month. That's about $1 a day from the most trusted name in home security. Get ADT's tested, trusted, and proven security and service, now at a great value. Don't wait. Call today. ADT. Always there. Now everywhere. Requires 36-month monitoring contract. Early termination, taxes, and install fees apply. Certain markets excluded. See terms and pricing at ADT.com.
KFTK FM Florissant, KFTK AM East St. Louis, K254CR St. Louis.
The Marc Cox Show, brought to you by Thomas Helbig, the official St. Louis financial advisor of The Marc Cox Show.
Find everything Marc Cox at 971talk.com/Cox. FM News Talk, 97.1.
A radio.com station.
A congressman denies turning a blind eye. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. Ohio Republican Jim Jordan's accused by wrestlers he used to coach of willfully ignoring sexual abuse by a team doctor. Here's more from Fox's Jared Halpert in D.C.
Congressman Jordan says he never saw any abuse, never heard about any abuse, and never had any abuse reported to him during his time as an assistant wrestling coach at Ohio State University in the 1980s and 1990s. The university is investigating the team's former doctor, who died in 2005, about allegations of abuse and molestation dating back decades. Wrestlers say the abuse was well known at the time. A spokesman for House Speaker Paul Ryan called the allegations serious and says the university is rightfully investigating the matter. Chris.
Jared, thanks. President Trump says at a military appreciation dinner in West Virginia.
I spent the last 3 days interviewing and thinking about Supreme Court justices, such an important decision. And we're going to give you a great one. We're going to announce it on Monday.
He's interviewed 7 candidates so far, including federal judges and Utah Senator Mike Lee. Counterterrorism police are investigating a poisoning in England. Fox's Simon Owens live in London.
Chris, 4 months after a former Russian spy and his daughter were poisoned in the English city of Salisbury, another alert in a town 8 miles away. Police saying a man and a woman in their 40s are in critical condition after being exposed to an unknown substance. They were found unconscious at a house, leaving neighbours concerned.
I've got a 10-year-old son. We live literally 2 seconds away. He plays out here with his friends. So, yeah, very alarming.
The British Prime Minister's office saying the incident is being treated with the utmost seriousness. Chris?
Simon, thank you. There's an announcement from the Islamic State terrorist group that its leader's son was killed in Syria fighting Syrian and Russian troops. The announcement on social media comes with a picture of a young boy with a rifle. There's no confirmation from our government. Fox News. Fair and balanced.
This is the sound of a brand new outdoor grill being hurled off a 20-story building. Now a stylish glass coffee table. An electric guitar. These are the things you could enjoy, all cast into oblivion. Because when you throw away money on wasted electricity, you throw away everything you could have bought with it. Visit EnergySavers.gov and get tips on how to save energy and money. Then do things like switch to Energy Star light bulbs or Energy Star appliances, and you could save hundreds of dollars a year. So this doesn't happen to the recliner you've had your eye on, or this to the treadmill on your wish list, or this to the shiny new bike your kid's been asking for. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
97.1 News Time, 9:03. It's 85 degrees. I'm Denise Schaefer, and this report brought to you by RP Lumber. Best service, best value. It's Independence Day, and Fair St. Louis is back under the Gateway Arch. America's Birthday Parade starts at 9:30 this morning in front of Union Station at 18th and Market. The fair begins at noon. The Missouri Republican Party votes to give the National Party permission to begin spending money on behalf of U.S. Senate candidate Josh Hawley before the primary. An RNC rule prevents the National Committee from spending money on behalf of candidates in states with contested primaries without authorization from the state party. A lawyer from Florissant was disbarred by the Missouri Supreme Court after a judge said the lawyer forged his signature twice. Other judges and lawyers also complained he repeatedly failed to show up for court hearings. The court's order says Stephen Edward Dyer was accused of professional misconduct. In sports, the Cards lost to the Diamondbacks 4-2 last night. They play tonight at 9:10. The official AccuWeather forecast, partly sunny, hot and humid today with a high of 94. It's 85 degrees at FM News Talk 97.1.
Hey guys, I'm Dr. TJ Williams from the Institute of Natural Health. I would like to invite you to tune in to our show Wellness 101 Sundays at 3 p.m. During this exciting hour, we will be diving into the health topics that you want to know about. We will be talking about your concerns and giving real-life examples of ways people can heal and the transformations we have seen with our clients. So tune in to Wellness 101 Sundays at 3, where we will cut through the nonsense to provide you common sense, science-based strategies for a healthy life. That's Wellness 101 Sundays at 3. And you can find us online at theinstituteofnaturalhealth.com.
Are you nearing retirement and wondering if you can afford to retire? Are you worried that you won't have enough income in retirement to live the same lifestyle as you are now? Are you also wondering how the stock market will affect your current retirement plan? This is Thomas Helbig of the Retirement Advisory Group, and we'd like to show you the kind of income your retirement accounts can provide, whether you're retiring now or even in the next 5 years. Call us now at 314-993-9494 for a no-cost, no-obligation financial review. We'll build your own personalized structured income plan that will show you exactly the type of retirement you can count on. And just for coming in, we'll give you a copy of my best-selling book, The Boomer's Guide to a Worry-Free Retirement. We've been helping retirees and pre-retirees achieve a worry-free retirement for 30 years. Call us now at 314-993-9494. That's 314-993-9494 or visit yourretirementkey.com. Once again, that's 314-993-9494 or visit yourretirementkey.com.
Attention Hoops fans.